What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Monday, December 22nd, 2025. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Bigo Gordon.
Merry, Mr. Semko. It is that time of year to get festive and get flaunty and enjoy the revelry.
Of probably the most exciting time of the year. It's freaking Christmas.
It's Christmas, man. We're dressed to impress. I know we're not recording yet, but I still had us eating into the holiday spirit. We're both wearing our light-up sweaters. I am donning a very beautiful Grinch light-up ugly sweater, and Semko is repping one of the more modern classics, Elf, with a little Elf light-up sweatshirt. I mean, we'll get this on the air next time. Maybe we bring these back next year when we're, like, filming, and then we'll really get them really into that holiday spirit.
I think we have to, and from what you told me, you have a lot of different sweaters.
I've got at least 6 or 7. I've got a Game of Thrones one, your favorite. I know how much you love Game of Thrones.
Not wearing that one.
I've got a Home Alone one, which is right there. You could have picked that one.
Was it really?
Yeah, it's Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
I didn't see that part. You had it folded.
I did have it folded. And then I've got of course, again, one of the classics, Christmas Vacation, the Griswold Christmas. I got one of their ugly sweaters.
I actually saw that for the first time like 2 years ago.
All right, better late than never. I'm a little disappointed.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, it just came out, right? It just came out, what, 35 years ago?
A few years.
Yeah, give or take. Well, I mean, that's not the only thing that, you're celebrating right now. You're celebrating, yes, we talked about it last episode. It's official. You beat the champ, Bigo.
Champ, chump, same thing.
I mean, one letter off. I mean, but you beat me last week. You're playing for the belt this week, and it's coming down to Monday night.
It's Monday night, and it's a barn burner.
Yeah, it's a squeaker.
And I need a little bit of that Brandon Gordon luck.
That's why you kept the name.
Because I really need my opponent, William Merle Whitaker.
Oh, wow. Full given name.
Full name.
Yeah. It's on his birth certificate.
I really need his team to struggle tonight.
I got to tell you, man, if it was more confidently one way or the other, I had a plan for this, and I didn't tell you this. You're hearing about this for the first time right now. I had keyed up Will to be a guest halfway through our record, knocking on the door with the belt in hand, either to flaunt it in front of you or to hand it off to you. But because we're in limbo, I can't. It's literally up in the air. But I mean, how great would that have been if I had him stroll through my front? I would have kept the door unlocked in this dangerous neighborhood I live in, and just walk in here with the belt just to emblazon it right in front of your face. And you guys can't see this right now, but Semko's watching this game unfold right now, and I don't even see it, but I don't need to. I can just look at his impressions on his face. I don't know, was that good or was that bad?
The 49ers scored a touchdown. Will has 2 of their players. Mm-hmm. It was neither one of Kittle or Juwan Jennings.
All right, so you're skating by. You're still squeaking in that
squeaking by.
All right,
I've got Tyler Warren, Penn State great, college football legend.
Man. Ty Warren. I mean, are you his official president of the fan club by now, or is this still unofficial?
If he wins me this title, I will throw a coup to become president of his fan club.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a bloody coup, too. At all costs, you will be the president of that fan club.
I want that gosh darn belt.
Yes, you do. It's been a while.
It's been way too long.
Yeah.
Too many second-place finishes.
A lot of second place.
Which is where it's lining up right about now.
I mean, it's just, let me tell you how perfect it is that the week that I get eliminated, my team freaking goes off.
Hunter Henry, baby.
I put DJ Moore in off a whim. He scores a freaking game-winning touchdown. Hey, pour one out for Jimbo's Packers.
Yeah.
Because that was a tough one to take on the chin. And literally adding insult to injury, we brought up Malik Willis in the last episode. And sure enough, he rose from the dead.
He got some prime time in football.
Man, I mean, like, we are game changers. We are money makers. I don't know what else to put us as.
Bobby Petrino got mentioned in the news as well.
He's got a job because of us. You're welcome, Bobby.
Makes me think Bill Belichick's just a good old boy hiring.
Yeah, he doesn't
Bobby
care.
Petrino.
Well, look who he's dating. Does he really care about extramarital trysts? He's like, no, just I don't care who your girlfriend is. Hey, I've got a sorority on speed dial.
He's probably upset he didn't hire him this past year because his offense couldn't have been any worse with Petrino.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, so you're on bated breath. You're on the edge of your seat. You're watching the game because you could be our quote unquote champion with an asterisk until next week.
Come on.
Yes, you will always be the ass of my asterisk because you're not going to win it if you don't. If there are a couple, for those of you that don't know, we're in a league where you have to be fully committed to win the belt. And what I mean by fully committed is that we have 3 sports that you have to participate in fantasy to even be eligible to wear this glorious belt.
We are kind of losers deep down with this.
No, don't. We've got football, baseball, and then we finally officially crowned hockey
Thank
as
God.
the third.
Basketball
Just
is
the worst.
they don't play every other game.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
And sure enough, now that we've made it not belt eligible, my team's suddenly doing well. First time in a decade.
Yeah, you beat me last week.
Congratulations.
But I beat you in hockey.
Yeah.
And beat you in fantasy and football.
You just couldn't help it. Man, what a week for Semco. I mean,
I'm riding high, which makes me really think that then the belt, there's just no way I can have it because I can't have it all.
I mean, he beat me in hockey, beat me in football. I mean, if there's ever a time to just throw your woman over your shoulder and then just show her a good time, that was it right there.
No comment, sir.
Whip out that mistletoe. You're like, we're putting it in every doorway. Let's go.
I was feeling pretty good about myself. You typically have gotten the better of me in our matchups, so I'll take it when I can get it.
I might have to say you're no longer allowed to use my name. I'm going to put in a cease and desist. Not allowed to use my name anymore and steal my juju.
No, that was just like a little bit of like a gig. I'm not going to make that a forever thing.
Yeah, you say that until you win the belt. We'll see.
No, because I'll come up with something more clever for next
Yeah,
year.
clever, colorful lights, Christmas. Let's get back on topic here. It is our Christmas episode. Because it is our Christmas episode, we have a full week. You are busy, I'm busy. This is kind of a pet project of ours. We love doing the podcast, and it is literally our time to shine, but we have full lives outside of this. So guys, you're in for a treat. You're getting this episode unedited, unfiltered, and we're raw dogging this thing. We do not have time to edit this son of a gun. So whatever you hear is what you're getting right out of the mouths of babes.
And I think so far so good.
Oh man, why'd you have to put that jinx on us? Jesus, now it's all downhill.
Yeah, just like I know I'm going to win the belt tonight. I'm just going.
You're just okay.
Full force.
I love the confidence. The confidence, Semco, is what won us those tri-pie championships.
Darn right.
So
it was more of a quiet confidence, and this is more of a braggadocious one.
Yes,
So
quite braggadocious.
But no, we are. I work a retail schedule, and my shifts have kind of changed this week, and then I actually have my parents coming into town tomorrow afternoon. So I don't
Where are
really...
they coming in from?
Florida.
Florida, okay. What part?
Ormond Beach, right outside of Daytona. Just about like a hop, skip, and a jump from DW in Darkness.
All right, so Daytona Beach. So they're just forever on spring break.
Yes. And they love it there. They actually love it when they have like bike week down there.
I don't even know the bike week, like bicycles or motorcycles?
No, motorcycles. You know how they have the really big one in like Sturgis?
Yeah.
Well, this is like the second biggest one, but it's gigantic. They like shut down like the streets.
That sounds like a nightmare. Just Harley's just like at all time of day and night.
It is a scene. I'd say if I lived down there, it'd get pretty annoying. But it's nuts because when you drive it, they're literally off of Route 1, which we're kind of close off of. But it's like you just see all these random little kind of like shacks or like little almost, I don't know, alcoves. And you're like, man, what the heck goes on over there? And for 1 week a year, they just have all these bikers make all their money, and then it's just empty for a whole year.
This is their Christmas. They're like, okay, we need to really. This is where we're gonna shine. Yeah, is this 1 week?
And it's quite a scene. It is something to behold. But yeah, if I lived there, I'd probably hate it.
Yeah. Well, you got the parents coming into town. Are you doing anything special for Christmas? Just a little opening presents jam.
We are, and my parents don't know this, and they're actually probably going to listen on the way up.
Oh my God.
So I hope you guys are okay with this. But
Drum roll.
Callista's family, my wife, they are. It's not really worth a drum roll. I'm sorry. But they're kind of at the last minute. Yeah. Her brother that lives out in Goochland. We've mentioned.
Oh,
him
yes,
before.
we love the Gooch.
The Gooch.
The Gooch.
They're going to host, I think, some family. There's an aunt that lives in Charlottesville. Brother that's in Florida as well is actually in town. So I think we're going to go over there, get together for a couple hours.
All right.
Hang out a little bit. Nothing big for like presents or no big meal, which is kind of, I think could be kind of perfect because after we open presents, we can go over there, come home, and have our Christmas ham.
There you go, your Christmas ham. So worlds are colliding. Have the parents and the extended families, have they met before?
The wedding. They met at the wedding. Got along.
Yeah. All right.
And it'll be short. It's not going to be but so long. They're like an hour away, so it's really not going to be too bad.
All right. You keep those conversations polite, right? None of those Thanksgiving conversations we talked about earlier.
No, everyone knows each other. It's not that meet and greet for the first time. And
is the pup going to make the trip?
Maybe.
Okay.
We're debating. She's been really good since we got back from Costa Rica.
Storms are brewing.
Yeah, I know. Let's maybe not push it. Don't be like Icarus over here. Get too close to the sun. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm in the traditional fanfare of Christmas, right? We've got the kids, so, the whole nine of going to see Santa. We went to the Boathouse tonight. The Boathouse, for those of you that are uninformed, it's a nice restaurant here in the South Richmond, Chesterfield area.
That's where we got married.
Oh, well, look at you. Not that Boathouse, different Boathouse, the one that's right here.
Yeah, that's where we got married.
No, you right here in Sunday Park?
Yes.
I thought you were doing the Rockets Landing.
No, Sunday Park.
All right, we're really doing a deep dive into Richmond that people are like, wow. People that, for those few people from faraway lands, don't know what we're talking about. It's a restaurant. That's it. But Santa was there tonight, so we got to go see Santa, and they gave them their Christmas lists. And they're in the full eyes wide open. Santa's the best. He brings me all my toys. Hardworking dad who pays for everything. He didn't give me the presents. Santa got me the presents. A little bit bitter. I mean, hello. I'm slaving over a keyboard 9 to 5 every day, and I don't get any of those accolades.
Are you really working
freaking
that hard?
Santa? No, I'm not. Don't tell my boss. But yeah, so we're doing that. I'm the other thing I'll celebrate, and then this is how I know I'm a total dweeb. I'm no longer Cool Bigo anymore. That was 20 years ago. But I celebrated the last rake of the year. I finally got all those freaking leaves out of my backyard. I'm done. No more.
That is probably one of the happier feelings you get.
I don't think my wife
40.
fully comprehended it. I was literally peeking out the window. She's like, they're not coming back. Like, what are you looking for? I was like, I'm just soaking it in. The glory of my land just being leaf free right now.
We've had a lot to do since we got back from Costa Rica and to get ready for like my parents coming. And there's not enough time to get the leaves. And every time, take the dog out, take the trash out, see those leaves, it just irks me to my core.
It's daunting. You're like, ugh.
I just want a day off of work to have to just do those stinking leaves so that I can like not grind my teeth when I see them. Yeah. And I don't know. 20-year-old Jason would say, you are the biggest loser in the whole freaking world. But
this is what you're worried about? Leaves? Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
I want some peace of mind. And when I come home and I look out over my
bounty.
Yes. I don't want it to be covered in these...
brownish.
Yeah.
Just probably soaking wet after a snow or a rain. You're just like, this is just miserable.
I can't get what I want.
No, never can.
It's okay.
Maybe the belt. But yeah, other than that, we're doing the regular thing. We're doing one present on Christmas Eve. Do you do this thing? Do you open a present the night before Christmas Day, or is everything Christmas Day?
We did that growing up with my family. Now my wife and I, no, we haven't really... Have we done... No, we haven't done that.
Well, as dinkwads and dildos, is there less of a vibe for Christmas for you because you don't have the kids, like with their unabashed and their non-cynical eyes looking at it as just a day of joy, or do you guys just kind of do it mellow? Like, what do you guys do?
It's like mellow, but we both really enjoy Christmas. So watching each other open the gifts, we kind of like want each one to open up gifts at a certain number, like go in order that we have set up. So we make it like a big deal. But the whole kind of getting up and,
running downstairs and Santa was here.
I mean, I want to open them up. I kind of still like that. But yeah, we might get like our coffee, maybe get like a little something to eat.
So more mellow. You're like,
it's mellow, but
you don't have to go straight to present opening.
No, but we definitely do really want to get to it, enjoy it. Like, we're in the spirit. It is just a little tamer.
Yeah, do you guys have Christmas music playing around?
Absolutely. I think we'll get like on the TV, but we'll have, cause it's not that cold. The fire.
Yeah, the fireplace. Yeah, you do the faulty fireplace.
Yeah, the Hulu fireplace.
So do you guys listen to like the old school jams, or are you guys more of the pop Christmas? Let's listen to some Mariah Carey.
No, it's the old school. It's the same 5 songs sung by every different artist.
Bing Crosby and yeah. So you're not in Seabear's camp of just listening to Britney go, Santa, can you hear me?
Thankfully, I have not seen. I have not listened to that.
You have not listened to that?
Not on
you
the playlist.
You lived with Seabear for 5 years. How have you never heard that song?
I've listened to that with him, yes, but not on our playlist.
That thing's burned into my brain just from living with Seabear.
It burns a lot of things in your brain. Yes. Anchovy pizza.
That wasn't Seabear's fault. Don't put that on Seabear.
No, he ate it. Remember? I told you he would eat it when we lived together.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I thought you were talking about the prank. We're getting back to the prank that Dwight loves ever so much. Well, yeah, so a lot of good stuff to do with Christmas, obviously. I mean, I joke around, and it's a pain in the butt being a parent because, again, it's not for you. It's for the freaking kids. So you're doing what they want to do, and you're putting your joy aside. Gift receiving for me is minimal. I'm like, ooh, I almost would be like, and I've told my wife this, so it's not hurting her feelings. I'm like, you really don't need to give me anything. Like, I mean, I'm a grown man.
You can just get it when you want
disposable income.
Get it.
I can get what I want. So just focus on the kids. So Christmas morning, it's just, but that's kind of the best part of it, right? It's like seeing the joy out of their eyes and seeing just the wonder and the amazement and the excitement, and that's the gift. That's the gift for parents, which is super, super cool. But I don't know. It's like it's. I worry about Wes because we always try and focus on like STEM gifts, like stuff that'll kind of grow his brain and kind of like help him out. So, I mean, still fun stuff like Legos and puzzles and books and whatnot, but nothing digital, no video games, nothing like that. And then I'm worried that he's going to go to school and his kid's like, I got a Game Boy or whatever the new thing is. I got a Switch and I'm playing video games. He's like, I got a Lego. And I'm just like, dude, I'm sorry. And it's like, I wonder if there's any kind of competition between kids nowadays getting gifts.
I would think so.
As I can't wait to show Dylan in first grade about this.
I truly think kids maybe haven't changed as much as we think. It's just the things around them. I mean, you still hear that. I mean, bullying goes on, unfortunately, like it does.
Rampant. And
it was as we were kids. And yeah, you have kids that you like, don't like, want to show off to, want to be better than. You have your little rivals. So yeah, I'm sure you want to go in there and say, yeah, I got this gift and what'd you get? And theirs is better. You hope that they're just kind of like, hurt for like a moment and kind of get over it.
It stinks, doesn't it? Yeah, you want this so bad you could taste it. Well, was there anything that you got that you lorded over your friends as a kid? You're like, oh man, I can't wait to show Kurt Emery.
I got this get to school. Really cool. It wasn't starter brand. It was a different brand Steelers jacket, winter coat that was so cool. The colors on it were awesome. Loved bringing that thing into school. And of course, everyone hated the Steelers.
Yeah, because you didn't live in Pittsburgh.
No, Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia.
So you couldn't be more proud, and everybody else is just looking at you like fish out of water.
Yeah, and I loved it mostly because it wasn't the starter jacket that everyone had. That I thought was just kind of bland. It would just be like, Duke with like the D on the front, and then it was just blue.
Well, I mean, it's better the D on your front than the D in your back, if you know what I mean. So
this is the Christmas episode. Let me write that down to edit that out.
No, we are unfiltered. We are raw dogging this episode. I didn't really have anything. I started thinking about this, and I was like, I didn't really have anything that really and this is not a dig at my parents because they gave me everything, but I didn't really have anything that really just shone out. The only thing I can think of is that when my dad or Santa bought us a basketball hoop for our house.
No, that's a big one.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we're the only house in the neighborhood that's got a hoop. So then kids would come over. Oh man, they got a hoop, and we would shoot hoops and yeah, we would. So that was the big one for me. But outside of that, I mean, it was just the regular normal stuff.
Yeah, I would remember occasionally getting like some Nerf weaponry.
Yeah. Why was the Nerf thing always so great? And it still is. Nerf has stood the test of time.
Because you literally get to like shoot other people and it never hurts them.
Yeah.
Unless it's like point blank range.
Like
and
Wes
maybe.
for the first year, Wes asked for Nerf this year. And I said no, because at this point, he's not super close to his friends, and he's not old enough to ride his bike more than like a block or two by himself. So I was like, I know it's going to happen. You buy this Nerf, you're just going to be shooting me and your little sister. So the answer is no, not yet. You'll get it eventually, just not this year, because the only targets you're going to have are either your 3-year-old sister, your tired dad, or your blind dog. And none of those are good fits. So let's not just even poke the bear on that one. But my wife's gifts, and she's got one coming that's kind of big, but her gifts throughout the year, this year has been kind of a year of transformation for her from a mental and a physical standpoint. She's gotten in some of the best shape of her life, which is incredible, and she's dragging me along with her. But
you're going to love it.
I hope so, because I don't right now. It's exhausting.
The look on your face. I've never seen you so
defeated.
Sad and
I'm
defeated.
I got to wake up early, and I got to do this, and I got to stay up late, and I got to lift. And I mean, we got a great gym in our garage now. It's a great gym. We got a cold plunge in the backyard now.
I'm jealous of that.
So cold plunge, for those of you, it's kind of like everybody thinks of it as like an ice bath, right? So it's temperature graded. There's a chiller that keeps it at a certain temperature. But after a while, especially when it gets cold, we're outside. It's like we can set the temp for like 50 degrees. But if it's 30 degrees outside, it ain't 50 degrees.
It's 30.
It's 30 degrees, right? So I got to tell you this one story that happened just recently with this freaking cold plunge. So my wife's an early bird, so she gets up before I do, right? And she usually goes in the cold plunge first, gets done, and then tasks me and then says, okay, wake up. It's your turn. You go in the cold plunge. So I was like, okay, great.
That is one hell of a way to wake up.
Right? I mean, it's... I'll have to look it up, but I read an article that said that a cold plunge is like gives you the endorphins 4 times the amount as like doing cocaine. So me doing the cold plunge plus all of the cocaine I'm doing, I mean, I'm like through the roof right now.
Well, we're podcasters / on radio, so every DJ has
got to
that
be doing
problem.
it, right?
Yeah.
no cocaine.
Yeah, Mom, Dad, while
Papa
you're listening
Hunter,
on the road.
I'm not doing drugs, I promise you. Okay, but this morning, this last week, she touched my shoulder. She's like, I'm not feeling well, but this is when you usually go in. If you want to do the cold plunge. I was like, okay, great, I get changed. Now, the process that we usually do is that my wife, being the genuine, beautiful soul that she is, she always preps it for me. She brings a towel down for me,
Ooh.
and she has the stuff set up. So I run downstairs without a towel, go outside in the cold, and I'm like, oh, crap, I don't have a towel. I was like, so I text her, and I'm like, babe, can you bring me a towel? She brings it out, and then she leaves. I go in the cold plunge, and I always do this, and I'm committed to a fault, and I'm stubborn, in 10 minutes. Every morning, 10 minutes in the cold plunge. This morning was like 35 degrees, and I'm like, man, my hands are locking up. It's like I feel like I'm about to get frostbite. I was like, I commit. I did 10 minutes. Okay, I'm out. Get that towel on. Okay, let's get back inside. Go to open the door. Out of just her conditioning of locking the door, she locks me out of the house. In 35-degree weather, I'm wearing soaking wet swim shorts and a now damn towel. She's not picking up her phone. She's taking care of the kids.
Oh
I'm pounding on the door. I'm out there for at least 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to die. I'm going to die of hypothermia out here.
You don't have that long.
I'm like, this is it. This is how I go. With my wife being sweet, just forgetting that she, out of just conditioning, locked the door on the way in. So we now have a rule. I'm like, you are not allowed to lock the door when I'm outside.
That's a good rule. I hope that holds.
Yeah, me too. But a conditioning is going to kick in, right? But man, that was brutal. That made me think about the cold plunge. And we have a good repartee. We banter and we're very competitive. So I think the next challenge we have against each other, whether it's fantasy or otherwise, or a bet on who we are confidently picking, I think we have to put our money where our mouth is. And I say the loser has to go in that cold plunge for 10 minutes.
Easy.
At 35.
No worries.
Oh, wow. Okay,
no
look
problem.
at you. Unflappable. I'm recording it, too.
That's fine.
Put it through the email or whatever I can. However I can attach it to this podcast, I will.
I ran in the cold this morning. I'm out there in the sub 30 degree weather.
That's not the same thing. Submerging yourself in freezing water?
It's closer than running on a treadmill.
That's
inside.
True. Yeah, in 70 degrees. It's like, this is easy, yeah.
5 years ago, I probably would have really had a problem with that, but I've actually grown to kind of enjoy the cold.
I love the cold. And maybe that goes with old age, too. You're like, as you get older, you're like, I enjoy the cold. Who's messing with a thermostat?
First episode of Family Guy.
That's what brings you back. Who touched a thermostat?
They always know.
All right, well, the cold plunge, I talk about it. I rave about it. I love it. I recommend it to everybody. It really is a great way to start the morning. But, enough on the cold plunge. Let's go ahead and plunge into our big first event. It's like we're really seeing the NFL playoff picture really solidify.
These were this might have been one of the best weekends.
Holy cow.
Definitely of this year. I'm not going to say ever because there always is some really good ones.
I don't know, man.
How could we not get ready for playoff football with the teams that were involved and how great the games were?
The games were incredible. I mean, so many. And they started out with a bang on Thursday night. That game between the Seahawks and the Rams where the Seahawks pull it out by going for 2 in overtime to win the game, that had playoff vibes throughout. And the only thing that I remember, you remember the Chiefs-Rams game, was it 4 or 5 years ago, where it was just body blow after body blow. It's like each team was marching down the field, scoring touchdowns, and it just had that playoff vibe. That's what it felt like. What an incredible game. Just to start off the week on Thursday, and you're like, no way we're going to top that. But then you see on Saturday, the Packers-Bears game was incredible. Another OT thriller.
Yeah. What a comeback by the Bears.
I mean, yeah, are you a believer now? You've been hating on the Bears for a long time. Is this the one where it gets you on the side of, you know what, they might have something here?
Maybe a little. It's hard not to. These are the moments I wanted to see, and not to get too ahead of it, but I wanted to see Caleb and Drake May. And Drake kind of fell flat against the Bills last week. Not against the Ravens.
No. Well, don't jump ahead. I'm going in a process here. But then the next game on Sunday, we're going to just zoom right by the Commanders-Eagles game for obvious reasons.
Really?
Yeah. Really. Josh Johnson, what do we have to talk about here? The only thing that, we could have talked about is if they had brought in that handsome son of a gun Sam Hartman just to get the lady eyeballs on the TV and boost the ratings there. But the Sunday early games, you had the Panthers-Bucks, which again, just huge, and your boy Baker just turned into Baker of old with that horrendous pick.
I'm not sure. I hope he's hurt. I know he's been.
Wow, you're hoping that. I hope that's the reason. That's
to help
the reason
explain.
You're
yes. Well, he'd been battling injuries all year, and a shoulder was one of them. So I don't know. I kind of hope at the end he has surgery, because it can help explain some of these decisions that he's making. You're making me look bad, dude.
Yeah, seriously. You were one of our first episodes. You were talking about MVP Baker over here.
Well, he was playing like an MVP.
Yeah, well, that's when he had all of his weapons. See what happens when your weapons disappear.
And so it is still a long-ish season, so obviously he regressed a little bit.
And then the last... Well, not the last. There's 2 more close games that I want to get to. One's going to be, we'll go with your team, the Steelers-Lions. I mean, what a game, what a finish. I mean...
If you just had made that 37-yard field goal, Boswell.
It wouldn't
None of
even
this
gotten
would
that
have
close.
happened.
Nobody would be talking about offensive pass interferences or anything like that.
And boy, did that get the reaction from our friends.
Jeez. A certain one, Mr. Grizz Bear, he just laid India.
Yeah, I think if we were met in person, we might have
Gone to blows. Yeah, absolutely. I almost texted on a group chat. I was like, can you guys just record this? I can take a week off. You guys can just do the podcast and just fight over this game.
We were ready.
I mean, the fireworks were there on the field. They were off the field. What the heck was Metcalf doing taking a swing at that guy?
Steelers always need one diva wide receiver, buddy.
Jesus, man. I mean, like, and the stuff's coming out, and like, Chad Ochocinco, I guess he's called Chad Johnson again. He's coming out and saying that, the guy used the N-word, and he called his mom the C-word, and then the guy comes out and says, I didn't say any of this, I just called DK Metcalf by his given name, which is called, his name is like DeKalin Metcalf, and apparently that set him off. And the problem is, I could see both equally likely. Like, I could see both equally likely happening. Like, I could see DK, because DK's got a short fuse. You see him taking swings on players in the field almost every week. And it boiled over to the stands. I mean, we were close to a Malice in the Palace situation here.
Yeah, I don't understand. Throw hands, take your helmet off and swing it at another player. Do what you got to do there. But come on, man! Like at a certain point, you're kind of better than these fans, and I know we can't say that really because we don't know what that's like. But there is the whole fan to athlete that there's a barrier there, and you got to move on.
Well,
man.
there's 2 points that come across here. It's like, one, these people are out here to try and agitate you.
Yeah.
You have to know that going in, and you have to be above it. You just got to be like, I don't care how you formulate in your mind where you're just like, these are peons. I am God's gift of football right now. I don't care if that's your mindset, if that keeps you from doing that.
It's what it should be.
But just know that these people are lesser. They're paying their money to watch you earn your money. That's really the ins and outs of it. So I don't care what they say. What are you even doing that close to the stands anyways?
I would almost think, why are you even paying attention to what they're saying, like, as you're going by? Like, you should be, I don't know, maybe if I'm in that situation, but you should be thinking about so many other things that are going on in that game, what the game means, what you got to do. Why are you listening out for? But maybe you get so numb and you're just so used to it that that stuff doesn't mean as much and you're in your zone that you can listen to everything. But you can't come close to hitting a fan.
I mean, I kind of blame how nobody's really checked DK to this point because they've taken his tenacity and his ferociousness on the field and they've just said, okay, well, that's just DK being DK. How many times have he swung on a DB? I've lost track.
We talked, I don't know if it was off pod or not, maybe one of the first episodes, about how it's these guys, they're just going to be them. You can't try to teach anybody to do something different because they're not going to like that because they want to be themselves.
But if the NFL hasn't, suspended him previously, then he's going to keep doing it. They finally suspend him here, suspend him for 2 games.
It's justified.
But, I mean...
As Timothy Oliphant would say, it was justified.
Walter Goggins. I can never understand when you let it boil over. Again, just count to 10. I know it's a goofy thing you tell your 5-year-old, but count to 10 and think about the repercussions of what you're about to do. Not only for yourself, but for your team. And this is weird, but I've never seen Aaron Rodgers have a wideout one like DK before. You look at his wideouts before, and they've all been consummate professionals, even through the Jets days. Garrett Wilson, consummate professional. Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver.
Think Jordy was a problem?
Yeah, problem child. Donald Driver. What's that handsome son of a gun with the light eyes? Randall Cobb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a great... Man, he had some great receivers in Green Bay.
Yeah, but they were all consummate professionals, and they rose above it, and they never really got into the fray like this. And Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what that does for their relationship, where it's like, dude, come on. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that appreciates you doing crap like that.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers does crap like that all the time, too. And you got to put up with his nonsense.
That's true. Yeah, but he's like, that's my thing. I'm the weirdo.
That's true. Well, he only threw it to him 4 times for 42 yards.
Yeah.
So maybe he was sending a slight message.
But yeah, man, I mean, like, the Lions came out and they said those 2 OPIs. So again, for those of you who didn't watch the game, they had the winning touchdown in their grasp, but they got a call back for an offensive pass interference. Some people thought that was not right. Even the Lions said, hey, that's our fault. I'm in the instinct, and I've always been in the instinct of, I don't care if it's the first quarter or the fourth quarter. If there's a penalty, there's a penalty. I don't care if the game's on the line. That doesn't mean you have a free ride to forget about the rules and just push and shove and just run amok. You still are going to get called for things that are penalties. I don't care if the game's on the line. Don't do it if the game's on the line and expect it not to be called.
Yeah, especially when it seems as though the calls were being made kind of like that throughout the game a little bit in general. You do hate to see it happen like that, but yeah, I'm in the same way. Being like a soccer fan, when you have like the penalty kicks and inside the box, like there are some times where you're like, oh, the guy's not even going towards goal. Like, don't call that because of what it does. But this was kind of the same thing. It's like, but if it's a foul, it's a foul. Like you should call it like you see it and just don't hold the whistle. Like in basketball, the refs are going to swallow their whistle for the last 2 minutes. And it's like, well, but that's not how you ref the whole game.
Right.
But it does stink because you get
it
all
dampens
this talk
the win
about it
or the loss.
Yeah.
But I also think if the roles were reversed, what if it was defensive pass interference and they didn't call it?
Which is what happens more often than not on these games. And yeah, that's what everybody
cries foul.
Yeah. I mean, I can't help
but
think.
That was pass interference. Why did they call that? Oh, well, you don't want them to call it because the game's on the line.
I think New Orleans...
yeah, well, that's different. That was so egregious. It's unfathomable. Again, I know where you're going with this. The Rams-Saints playoff... It was Drew Brees' last run, right? Wasn't that his last hurrah to try and make the Super Bowl?
Yes, it was. And it was a showdown to play Tom Brady in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And the Saints finally had gotten their perfect run. They were at home for all the playoffs against Jared Goff and the lowly Rams. And that guy DB just obliterated the receiver like a second before the ball got there.
It was insane. I can't believe that was a no call.
My favorite thing that I saw was when they showed the Super Bowl ratings and the city of New Orleans, like everyone has like a 200 share. They had like a 7. Nobody watched the Super Bowl from there.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't either. That still probably haunts that city to this day.
But again, crazy ending to that Steelers game. And that's, I count about 4 of the games last week that had serious playoff implications.
They were playoff games. And before we move on from the Steelers and Lions.
No. I was ready to move. But go ahead.
I know. You went a little quick, and I knew something was wrong. And I was like, oh, that's right. So the Lions, I mean, they got like a 6.8% chance, buddy.
8%. Last I checked, 8%.
Oh, sorry. Your Super Bowl team's about out?
Yeah.
I'm going to get it in because I'm going to get it later.
Because the next segment, you know what's happening.
So let me just...
Yeah, revel in it while you can.
My Bills and Rams still look really good.
Really good? Okay, let's pump the brakes. Really good. The Bills 23-20 against the Browns. Really? You're going to hang your hat on that dub?
Win's a win, my friend.
Oh, now win's a win. Okay.
Yeah, when it's Miami over Notre Dame, it don't matter.
Hey,
but I'm beating you to it like you beat me to it last week about the fantasy football playoffs.
You beat me to it like P. Diddy. Well, we're not going to finish that.
We might not do an unedited episode ever again.
No, this is great. We're going to continue this. But yes, Lions not looking great. I mean, I'm fine with it. To be honest with you, I don't like being wrong, but at the same time, I get tired of seeing the same teams over and over. And I'm excited for some new blood in these playoffs and a new iteration of what playoff teams look like this year. And there's so much new blood. Usually you get 1 or 2 teams sneak in. I mean, geez, half of the field right now, if the playoffs started right now, half the field right now were not in the playoffs last year.
But the good old Pittsburgh Steelers, still there.
Terrible. Not guaranteed, but it's looking pretty good. pretty good. But yeah, and then again, that's four. There was a fifth game that had huge playoff implications, and that was the Patriots-Ravens game. And again, like last drive, unbelievable. I mean, what an incredible week of football. You could not go wrong, unless you decided to watch the Titans-Chiefs, because the Chiefs are just the worst team in the league right now.
They really are. I mean, it's just Dallas's defense has been terrible. And they looked so good against the Chiefs, and you just thought, well, they're going to turn around. I thought they were going to turn around. No, the Chiefs are just a bad football team.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how quickly the wheels fell off is just incredible.
That's kind of what, once again, can make the NFL so great is you can plummet so fast. And just like you said, you've got so many new teams that are have a chance at winning the Super Bowl that you never would have thought of at the beginning of the season. And I think it is going to be great. And I was thoroughly impressed with Drake May last night.
Wow, look at this.
He just looks like he's got control of the offense, he just steps into those throws and is super accurate. And I think some people are kind of like, well, he just checks down a lot. Look, man, Aaron Rodgers did it too, but if you check down quick enough and you allow your receiver or tight end to turn up field and make a play, what's the difference then of hitting a guy 20 yards on a contested pass when that's an easy catch and run? Yeah, if it's more you can't find anyone downfield and you throw it and the guy gets lit up, like that's a different story. But then May would then hit you with that bigger pop and just keeps the defense honest. So yeah, I'm actually a little worried about both the Bears and the Patriots, but I still think once it really hits playoff football.
Oh, hindsight's just a beautiful thing. And man, you go back to that first or second episode, and I was hyping up the Patriots and the Bears so much. Why didn't I pick them? Why did I not pick them?
You really, I think, wanted to pick the Patriots.
I did, but I didn't. God, I'm tired. I believe in what they're doing, and I believe in their coach, and I believe in their quarterback, and I have since we were talking about it on that first episode. But man, I really begrudgingly do not want to see another Patriots dynasty. We just finally put that one to bed. I don't want another one.
I mean, I want to see the best teams
get
out
richer.
there. But of all the teams, come on, man.
Like, oh, boo-hoo, you had 2 years, maybe 3 of turmoil. Wham, you're back to being a 1 seed. Ugh, just barf. But yeah, I mean, ill will be a little bit bitter if we don't mention that, yes, the Patriots did do this without Lamar Jackson playing for the Ravens for most of that game. So, you know, it deflates it a little bit, that win, but still. A
little bit. But the offense still, Lamar wasn't playing defense, and the offense moved the ball. The defense does worry me a little bit, but man, when you got that feeling that, you know, your quarterback can lead you down the field every time, that's always nice to have. And I think Caleb Williams is starting to have that feeling in Chicago now too. You need a big drive, he'll actually perform.
Confidence, it's there. Yeah. Well, there was another game with playoff implications that wasn't nearly the nail biter that all the other ones were. Semko, are the Jags the best team in the league, walking into Denver and beating them by 2 tutties?
Right now, yes.
It's unbelievable. We were joking. They were the butt of our joke literally
Jacoby
5-6 weeks ago.
Has turned that team
Jacoby
around.
Myers, man.
The linchpin. Who would have thought?
It's unbelievable. I'm still trying to wrap my head around this Jaguars team.
They looked good against the Broncos.
34 against the best defense in the league. Uh-oh, what happened, Samko? We're live streaming this Monday night game.
George Kittle just caught a touchdown
there's
pass.
A tutty for Kittles.
I think that's it for me, unless Ty goes off.
He needs. Should we order some Little Caesars to celebrate George Kittle? Him and what's the discount deer? You seen those commercials with George Kittle?
I think so. Who was that with?
George Kittle. No, the pizza place, Little Caesars. Pizza.
I didn't know he was with Little Caesars.
Oh my God, get with the times, man. By the way, my little girl, she sees those commercials now, and she's the most adorable thing. She's like, pizza. And
I think we all did. I think we all did as kids.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I'm happy that Little Caesars is having a bit of a resurgence.
They really are.
Yeah.
They were a go-to growing up for a hot minute.
But yeah, no, Jags look like a complete offense.
Defense came to play. I will say this, though. A couple things I have to say to the Jags and DW out there.
He can't claim them. I'm sorry. I know he lives in Jacksonville. He can't claim the Jaguars, especially when your team is within those same state lines. You can't have the Jags. I don't care. I don't care. You need to retire the Dolphins, or you can't claim the Jags.
It is true. They are in the same conference. I could get on board if it was a different conference. Same state, yeah. Right down I-95 probably.
Yes.
But I'll say this. It's a lot. There's a difference between being the hunter and being the hunted. And I think the Jaguars are kind of tired of being the hunter. And I think that might come to bite them. Because they seem to love being the underdog, but they had a lot to say after this game. And you better be careful what you wish for.
Shred their stuff, yeah.
The season's not over yet. You are playing hot now. But maybe tone it down, and maybe you guys were better off playing the underdog role, maybe like the New York Giants did twice in the playoffs. But if you're going to come in there because, you took something that Sean Payton said, and you took it to heart, your coach even mentioned it after the game, how you all are a small market team, and you want to keep talking the talk, it reminds me a lot of, not even close to, but when... I just forgot his name. Who was the cornerback? He's on this. Jalen Ramsey had that GQ article where he basically called out every quarterback and said they were all trash and hyped up his team because they had one good year. You guys didn't do so well after that.
Nope,
and missed the playoffs. Yep. And so maybe,
and now he's been transient ever since.
Maybe you guys should shut your mouth and maybe focus on the games ahead of you instead of trying, we don't want anyone on our bandwagon. Okay, well, when you lose in the first round, like you still possibly could do, no one's going to say they want to jump on your bandwagon.
Very true.
So be careful what you wish for,
what you wish for. But man, you can make the argument that they're not the best team in the NFL right now, but you cannot argue that they are the hottest. 6 wins straight against, and some of them were just punt teams.
But crush those teams.
Crush the Titans. Squeak the Cardinals, but they crushed the Chargers, and that was the start of them just going on this roll. And then they beat, I believe at the time, the division leader Colts, and then they beat Denver. And the rest of they got the Colts and they got the Titans left. So it's very realistic that they could end the season on an 8-win winning streak. You talk about getting hot at the right time.
I know. They are.
This is about as scorching hot as you could possibly get.
I hope they don't have to go play in like a cold weather game, though.
Oh, what are you going to give them, the Tua jinx, where you just don't think that they can handle the cold?
A little bit. I think that is a real thing, if I'm being honest. How many teams do end up going up north? I can think of 2 off the top of my head. David Garrard and the Jags went up to Pittsburgh. I think, did Bortles go up to Pittsburgh too? He might have.
Bortles.
But the best one, though, my favorite one, Michael Vick went up to Green Bay, sorry, Jimbo, and just made Kabir Gabaja-Biamila look like pedestrian.
KGB.
Yeah. Kind of just threw him aside, juked him out. But it doesn't happen that often. I do think that's a thing. So that's kind of like the Saints. They could never really get to the Super Bowl except the one year because they played all their games at home. But that was always the worry, was they ended up having to go on the road. I mean, the Beastquake, Marshawn Lynch, a team that wasn't even above 500, whooped them.
Yeah.
They couldn't win out in the cold. So Jacksonville, I hope they don't have to go to Buffalo or something, which they probably won't because they'll have a better record maybe.
Maybe.
But to go up to New England, I don't know. Pittsburgh? Ooh.
You got always coming back to Pittsburgh. Well, you're getting a little bit too high, your Steelers and whatnot, so I got to knock you back down a peg. So let's go back to your boy Baker and really just, 3 weeks in a row now, they were sitting pretty top of their division, and now they're probably sub 20% chances of making the playoffs.
And now...
Actually, no, that's not true. I was reading something about The Athletic, I think, that actually still has the Bucks still favored right now to win their division because the Panthers still have to go into Tampa Bay at the end of the year. I don't know if I'd give them that kind of confidence.
I wouldn't either. They're done.
You're calling it. You're saying,
yeah, there's something going on there. I
Bucks
think
are DOA.
they're on that snowball effect of just they're not going to turn it around.
When we talked
now.
about the last podcast, Todd Bowles and that fiery little press conference that he had, obviously didn't do much.
Well, they came to play. I mean, it was a hard fought, came down to the wire game. It's not like Carolina just rolled, but another loss, 3 in a row, 3 that you 6 weeks ago would have said they would have won all 3 games by 10-plus points.
All 3 in their division, man.
Yes.
They lost to each one of their division rivals.
I just don't know if you can get that back.
And this is the second week in a row that, I'm sorry, but Baker's got to carry that L on his chest.
Yeah. Yeah, he's regressed. They have dealt with a lot of injuries. But the way he was playing, I don't know whether it's in the building. It just seems like there's something going on in that locker room that's there maybe are players that literally aren't bought in, and so every day it's a grind to sit there and be like, oh, I got to play next to this guy that's not giving a dang. Like, I don't know. But they're done. I wouldn't, if that's the odds, I would bet on the Panthers then to win that
Panthers
division.
making the playoffs. Okay.
Bryce Young, man. Who would have thought? No one, really, after 1 year, his rookie year, with Matt Rule as the head coach. It's kind of like with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, you had Urban Meyer as your head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you've talked heavily, and it proves to your point, coaching. You got to have like a decent head coach. I mean, maybe Zach Taylor's not the worst coach in the world, or Joe Burrow's just that good. I don't know. The jury's still out on that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the riddle of the century when it comes to the NFL coaches, quarterback situation right now. But going back to another one where I said week 1 of this podcast that I had the Seahawks above the Rams. Take that one. I'll take that short one. But I'm going to actually push back and say I don't know if I know that they're in the driver's seat, and I know that they can control their own destiny. They can arguably get the 1 seed in the entire conference. I know that they could they control their division and whatnot. I don't know, man. I still think that Rams team, the more I look at it, and if they can stay healthy, man.
They need Devontae Adams back.
Yeah.
And
I told you that was going to happen. An injury bug was going to bite him.
I know, and that's what kind of got me. I thought it was going to be more like Kyron Williams, but, I mean, Puka's been banged up. But I got to really ask, though. I mean, push come to shove. In an NFC championship game, no matter where it's played, would you really pick Sam Darnold over Matthew Stafford?
I knew you were going to go quarterback. I don't know. It's a good question because it's so much deeper than that. Yes, I know that quarterback's the most important position, and yes, I know that more often than not they can be the deciding factor of a close game. I get that. That and the kickers.
Got to have a kicker.
I have so much more confidence in the Seahawks defense, and if they're playing at home, you joked on me about where are they playing when I was talking about the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh!
but home field advantage in the playoffs, the Seahawks that makes a difference.
Well, I
know
was
the dome
mad.
thing. Yes, I know.
And your whole Super Bowl. That's the dumbest thing you've said in 7.5 episodes.
We've got many more to come. There'll be many more stupid things for me to say. Don't worry.
I can only hope.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to crown them as the. I mean, not only the NFC favorites, I'm not even sure I'm ready to crown them as the NFC West favorites, because that's such an incredibly strong division.
You can't count out the 49ers.
I mean, look at them right now.
They've went down the field 3 straight times and scored.
Yeah.
And made it look really easy, too.
Coaching, Kyle Shanahan knows how to coach.
Yeah.
But
somehow Washington just, I got to keep bringing it up. Sean McVay.
Why?
Kyle Shanahan.
Yes.
Matt LaFleur.
We've all been there.
All in that building.
And they're all coaching playoff-bound teams right now.
Super Bowl champions in there as well.
A few. Well, one.
Super Bowl appearances.
Yes, a lot of Super Bowl appearances. Yeah, because, everybody's really jonesing on those appearances. But yeah, do you have the Seahawks as the favorite in the conference now, or is it the Bears? Who do you have? Or are you still holding a candle for the Rams as the best in the conference?
I think it is like a 3-way tie. I think it just comes down to these next 2 weeks as well. I think it's way too close to call, because it's hard not for me to think that if the Rams were playing in L.A., that maybe, plus Look, you can say luck with 2 offensive pass interference. Guy threw a ball off a guy's helmet. And then the guy, I'll say this too. It's always crazy when you watch a football game and you see that what is clearly an incomplete pass, you see like 4 or 5 of these big mama jammas like running after the ball and diving on it and fighting for it. And you're like, dude, what are you doing? But then every like 3 to 4 years, something like this happens where it looks so clearly an incomplete pass. The guy from the Seahawks he's like, oh, I get to touch the ball. Okay, let me pick it up and throw it to the ref. 2-point conversion, good. You're like, what the heck just happened? That's not going to happen that often. You're going to get it was like when the Patriots came back against the Falcons in the Super Bowl. Seahawks needed everything to go right to win that game. I don't know. Healthy Devontae Adams, maybe at home. Ain't going to happen another time.
It did have that vibe, but I think that's why that game was so great, because everything that the Seahawks needed to happened, right? Huge comeback. I mean, Stafford, he still threw for 450 yards or something insane.
Guy can just sling it.
Puka had a touchdown and then
yards.
Decided to do something anti-Semitic, which was great, fantastic there, Puka. But
DK Metcalf, highlights of the weekend.
I feel like there's a sleeping giant in that conference, and it's the Eagles, right? Like, everybody's talking about the Bears and the Seahawks and the Rams. Even the Niners are getting more play because there's so much turmoil with the Eagles. They still have Saquon. They still have the same coaching tree that got them to the Super Bowl last year. They still got the same quarterback. They've got all the same pieces. They arguably only got stronger on both sides of the ball. Are they a sleeping giant? Are they just going to coast in the playoffs and then just start surprising people?
They are playing better now than they were like a few weeks ago, and maybe this is a blessing for them. That's a good point. Man, every 2 or 3 podcasts, you have a good point.
Well, I mean, you talk about quarterbacks and being like, are you ready to see Caleb in a pressure cooker in the playoffs? Do you really trust him with the ball in his hands to win the game in one of those situations? Same thing with Sam Darnold. You saw him collapse last year with the Vikings. They were the Cinderellas.
They were
last year, and
but you just saw that one coming. I don't know if I see that coming this year as much, but yeah, last year you were like, it's going to happen.
I mean, the Rams could be a problem, but I could see the Eagles just saying, oh, we know what we're doing. Like, we're just going to, it might not be pretty. It might be our defense that really carries the burden, but we're definitely something to be scared of.
I think the next 2 games from the Eagles might really tell like how they're going to do, because
if they
are
really
playing
rattle
better.
off a few good wins right going into the playoffs.
It's like they came out and started the season pretty well. They were winning games, not looking great, and then played really bad. And now they're getting better. Once again, the Jags, you could say, have gotten too hot too early. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe the Eagles are hitting their stride like right on time. Kind of like I mentioned last podcast, the Giants, the Ravens, the Steelers all kind of did it around the last 3 to 4 weeks of the regular season and then carried that over. But yeah, they're probably loving it that they're not getting talked about, because they've been talked about enough this year.
And it has not been good.
And it's not been good stuff. So yeah, they and Saquon has not really been unleashed, really.
Real quiet.
So unless this was like the plan the
whole time, right? Just playing the long game.
It's like what is it like in Beer Fest? And he wakes up, he's like,
he's
knew
not that
the
drunk
whole time.
Oh, 2 very different situations of that movie. I knew the whole time. But yeah, I mean, the Eagles have a cupcake on the last week of the season. They get to play the Commanders again. But they do have to go in and play Buffalo next week.
That will be a great test. That'd be a great test for both teams to see where they're at.
But, I mean, if they run the table, because of, again, we can have an argument maybe after the season's over about seeding and how I get frustrated, I don't know about you, about a division winner that's maybe 500 getting home field advantage over a wild card team that's got 5 more wins. I can digress, but there's a real likelihood that Philly, maybe they're not the 1 seed, but they could be the 2, and they could be sitting home field advantage all the way up to the NFC Championship game.
And then if the Bears don't win, Philly might be hosting another NFC Championship game.
So, yeah, don't sleep on those Eagles as much as I would love to. You can't sleep on them.
Maybe next episode we'll really go into... Now, I was going to say who we'd really want to win, but we'll just wait for the playoffs to happen. But you never know what we'll get into.
Yeah, playoffs we're right there, man. We're almost home. Almost home. Speaking of almost home, how's Ty Warren? Did he make it home? Did he make it into the end zone yet?
No, and every time I look up, George Kittle's catching another pass.
No, you don't want that. That's not good.
It's over. I had a good run. Truthfully, my team was just not putting up enough points. It would have been the worst team to win the belt in our fantasy football championship. So
I would have loved it just to watch Grizz roll over in his aforementioned grave because he's so bitter. So bitter. Oh, Grizz.
He feels like he should have been in the playoffs to begin with.
Every year, he's like, I should have been in the playoffs. That's a terrible Grizz impression. I need to listen to some more Grizz voicemails to get his voice right. But we're going to go like this. It's like, I could have gotten there. Sorry, Grizz. Talking about it's been a great ride. My Commanders had a great ride last year, but man, have the wheels fallen off. And we can't go. This might be the last time we talk about the Commanders because they're obviously,
come on.
This year at least. This year. In the offseason, we'll have plenty to talk about the draft and whatnot, but for this year, this might be the last time because there's not much more other reasons to talk about the Commanders after this point. But, you can point the finger of what went wrong, what went right. Everybody can try and say everything went wrong. Injuries. Our guys were old, cursed or whatever, all that good stuff. The strength of schedule. We had a murder's row. I can't believe we're still playing on Christmas. I can't believe they're still having us play on Christmas. That game didn't get flexed out. But we're gonna be. You get to watch us on Christmas morning.
Gross. Come on, man.
Yeah, right.
Ruin my day.
But I think I know what happened to the Commanders. In fact, I know what happened to the Commanders. But I'm interested to hear what you think happened to the Commanders this year. Since you might not be a Commanders fan, but you can't escape it. You are surrounded by Commanders fans. You live in the heart of Commanders fandom here in middle of Virginia. What happened?
What I really think happened was it's like the football gods said that, we gave you a good team in 2012. And you all went insane, crazy, over the top, thinking that, our Jesus was, reborn and on the team. And we had to kind of put you all down a peg and kind of say, yeah, guys, no. Don't go overhyping everything. Don't think you're going to be the next dynasty. And so then you guys got punished for 12 years. And then gave you Jaden Daniels. And hype train built up again, had a good run in the playoffs, and then you all thought that this was the start of something else big and going to win every game, exercise all these demons, and the football gods were like, look, can you have some modesty? Can you take it down a notch? But Commanders fans entitled to victories, and yeah, you guys
entitled to victories. You got a lot of nerve. You got a lot of nerve, dude. I can't believe you're even those words. I can't believe you believe those words that are just pouring out of your mouth right now. That's the most just ludicrous thing you've ever seen. Why can't we have something nice? Why can't you just let us have something nice? You have to say that the football gods, these otherworldly beings, are like, okay, you guys are getting a little too big for your britches, so we're gonna knock it. We had one good year. Let us enjoy the revelry after slaving away in the horrendous Snyder years of just terribleness, and I'm using a made-up word, terribleness.
Okay.
I think Charles Barkley coined that, terribleness. But give us this. We're not asking, and I don't know where you're hearing this. Entitled. I don't know where you're getting this. Where people are like, oh, dynasty. It's we're happy to be here. When we made the NFC Championship, I don't think there's a single Commanders fan that was of sound mind really legitimately thought oh man, knew this was coming. We were like, holy cow, we outkicked our coverage. We're going to enjoy the ride, but at least there's a sliver of hope.
The next thing.
No, we thought there was we've got a quarterback that can do it finally, and maybe we can. But again, any Commanders fan that was sound of mind, they took one look at our roster this year, and they're like, ugh, this ain't a championship roster. We might piece a few dubs together. We might squeak into the playoffs, but we ain't going the distance with this team unless literally We pull a Seahawks from last week and everything goes right. And everything went wrong. I mean, you can combine it with the injuries, but the close games that we won last year, we lost this year. That was a big one. I mean, and I mentioned it before. It's like that Bears game last year. That was the catapult that got us that energy to make that run. When we lost, the way that we lost to the Bears, everything started to fall apart right there. So I think it's a combination of the injuries. It's not winning the close games. And I think it was just, again, we've got the oldest freaking team in the league.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do believe a little bit in what I first said. But it really is. The roster, if you really sit there and look at it, I think a lot of guys last year outperformed kind of what you would rate them as and played well as like a unit. But that, we had talked to, no one had really seen Jaden Daniels in that offense play. Defense was kind of new, and you had a whole offseason to look at it. And yeah, I mean, the age at so many positions, it's a young quarterback. I mean, he was the number 2 overall pick. That means the team really wasn't that good. So there's a lot of pieces that are still needing to be filled. Not saying that the team can't do it, but it is in that weird spot where you've got some young guys in some good positions, but way too many old guys. And
this kind of comes to my point. The biggest thing I'm concerned about our team. It's not the players, not the coaches. I'm really starting to. Adam Peters is on shaky ground for me, because the way I see it, and when I take a step back, what are his successes? What are his successes? What has he done? Jaden Daniels
drafted Jaden
Daniels. He drafted a quarterback in the second overall in what may go down as one of the best quarterback drafts in the last 25 years.
He could have made the wrong choice.
What, Drake May? Yeah, that would have been horrible. Oh, they took Jaden Daniels. Caleb Williams dropped him. He almost could do no wrong. The only thing he could have done wrong is not pick a quarterback there. But you look at all the quarterbacks that have been taken in that draft, especially those top 4, outside of Jaden, who injuries kind of derailed his season, they're all either 1 seeds, 2 seeds in the playoffs right now. That was a deep quarterback draft. Everything else he has done has been questionable.
Debo did not
work out. Larry Tunsil, we gave up a lot for Larry. We gave up a lot for Debo, and we paid him a lot. And then everything else he's done of merit has been older guys that are stopgaps. And then he did it 2 years in a row. He took the Bobby Wagner and the Zach Ertz and we're like, okay, let's do that again. They're only a year older, man.
Poor Zach Ertz.
We got rid of St. Juice, who's now looking great with the Chargers. We got rid of freaking our first-round pick, who's now with the Rams. He's got like 6 picks for the year. So I don't know, man. Adam Peters, he's got to do something of merit next year, or else he isn't super. And if we do nothing, or if we do more of the same, and we falter this way, I'm sorry. The fingers are going to start pointing at him. They better.
They should. No, you're absolutely right. Because you've got the quarterback now, and you need to try to build that team. The only good news is, and I don't know if things have changed, but you had a lot of players that, I mean, Debo kind of wanted to play with Jaden Daniels. You might have guys that want to come to Washington to play.
And I'm calling right now. Brandon Ayuk's going to be a Commander for good or for bad. He's going to come to the Commanders.
That's not going to go well.
I know. That's why I said for good or for bad.
Maybe you are cursed a little bit.
Thank you.
I just don't know why, though.
Me neither. It's like, we exorcised our demons. We got rid of Snyder. Like, come on, man. We're trying.
Yeah,
man.
you are. You're doing things right, it seems. Because there was a lot of nonsense. It was.
Heart's in a good place. Well, my heart and my brain are in great places when we look at college football. As bad as I've been on my predictions for the NFL,
they've been bad.
They've been just another level for college football, and you can't even deny it.
This hurts. We're at like 3 hours, Brandon.
No, we're not.
It's time.
No, we're not. We're not cutting. We're gonna push through this. You're gonna have to just grit your teeth and bear it.
I'm gonna watch my fantasy season go up in flames over here.
Pick your poison. Either talk to me about me being right, or watch your fantasy team just.
I lived it up in the NFL segment. I guess I can if you spent time going through the NFL segment with me, I guess I'll go through this.
Thank you.
College football. So go ahead, give it to me.
Well, guilty on both of our parts that we kind of slept on doing predictions of the first round. We forgot that for some reason the playoffs were playing this early. And, this is, hey,
we're old school.
We're still
old school, too.
Well, the fact that there are bowl games after the playoff, and I told you this, I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Like, who's going to want to watch a bowl game after the playoffs have started? Okay, it's supposed to be the little leagues, they play first, and then we go into the big dogs.
Yep.
If you do it the opposite way around, outside of alumni, who's going to watch those games?
Then you always had that one really crappy bowl game that would play like the day after New Year's.
Yeah.
That was like Southwest Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns versus like the North Texas Green Frogs or something. And you're like, why do they play this bowl? But I bet you they got good ratings. But yeah, it built up from like the worst bowl games to the best.
Yes. And now it's all hodgepodge together. It's a Frankenstein
Christmas,
of football
a playoff
games.
Game? Come on.
The only reason that those might get ratings is because football still reigns supreme. And if those bowl games are on TV when there's no other football on, then they'll get some sort of ratings because it's still football. But other than that, I'm just like, I don't understand it. But I digress. So very quickly, we texted each other about, okay, well, this is who I got and this is who I got. And we both agreed on Ole Miss and Oregon. I was flip-flopping on Ole Miss because I was like, are they really going to be shook? But I was like, it's still Tulane.
Yeah.
Like, are we really? So the Ole Miss game and the Oregon game, they kind of happened how we expected them to happen, right? But the one that came down to was the Texas A&M and the Miami game. And I've got the text right here because I needed my source material right here.
I should have never put it in writing.
Simcoe on Saturday at 7:50 a.m. Get ready to watch the national champs get their first dub in the playoff today. Marcel Reed time. I was busy with the kids, so I didn't text them until halftime. At halftime, or around halftime, it was still 0-0.
Yeah.
0-0, right? 1:06 p.m. I text, I'm taking Miami, Ole Miss, Oregon. Reed's gonna choke. All caps. Choke.
Prove it.
And then we started jonesing on the kickers because, man, if the kickers have been worse in these playoffs, oh my God.
The pressure
All
gets
the games,
to these
like the Alabama game, like they were terrible. The Miami, the Texas A&M, nobody could make a kick to save their lives. But sure enough, Miami's got the lead. Texas A&M's marching down the field looking to tie it. 3rd and goal, Marcel Reed, this is his moment. This is what Semco's been waiting for.
It was.
And what happens?
Threw a dang pick.
Threw a pick. He choked.
He choked.
Oh, man, who called that? Man, I mean, it's like I need to somehow wield this into a betting. If I could somehow have... I need AI. I need ChatGPT to take my text and then somehow formulate it into a bet so that I can make money off of these great things.
We'd be doing this podcast in like a McMansion in our own studio.
Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'd have 2 studios because we couldn't be in the same room because we would fight too much. You'd have a studio and I'd have a studio and we'd video conference our way through.
Oh, come on. I like being right here next to you.
That's right. You like to see the glint in my eye. But yeah, man, just call me the Miss Cleo of college football. Call me right now for your college football playoff
Miss
picks.
Cleo's a fraud at the end, right? So what are you hiding under there, buddy?
Yeah, I think we all know. I'm just trying to ride this wave. But call me now, okay? You in danger, girl.
Good impression.
Yeah, thank you.
One of your best.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
And yeah, you have been kind of spot on with the college football. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just kind of go through who I think will kind of win these games because you're the one that people want to listen to.
Yes, right. Yeah, but before we do that, man, like we got to talk about the 2 blowout games, right? Tulane, JMU, man. What happened is exactly what everybody expected to happen. I will say JMU covered the spread though. Put up 34. All right, let's go JMU.
I couldn't believe that when I woke up in the morning.
34.
That was nuts.
But still, they lost by like 20.
Yeah, the game was never close.
But does this hurt the argument of these mid-level, teams make it into the college football playoffs?
I think it should. And I don't know if it will, but Like JMU was a great story once again because it was from Virginia, but did you really think that they had a chance to win that game?
Against Oregon, no.
Like, but then so why are they in there? Like, so here's the thing, because I think some people would give the argument then, because I'm going to say this, I love the college basketball playoff. I love March Madness. It's 64 teams. So, yeah, some of these teams, does St. Peter's, even though they were a 15 seed and went to the Sweet 16, like, do they really deserve to get in there? Are they ever really going to win a national title? No. But you have just about half a conference of the ACC, SEC, Big 12. They get into this tournament. If you can't beat half your conference, you probably shouldn't be in. This is 12 teams get in to win a national championship game. Maybe 3 teams from a conference get in. You really can't just allow a team like JMU or Tulane to get in. Like, I'm sorry. I want to have everybody have a chance at winning a national championship and getting to a playoff. But when there's that few teams that can get in to win it all, you cannot put those teams in there. With the NIL and the portal too, said before, these guys leave. So they're not even the best versions of those teams. I thought that was a waste. I thought it was terrible. I really was upset that JMU actually put up that many points because I wanted it to be 51-3 to send like another message.
See, I like your comparison to the college basketball because it kind of makes my point for me. Are these mid to level teams ever going to win? It's like, in college basketball, they never thought they would, right? Never going to happen. But in the last 10 years, we've seen a 16 seed beat a 1 seed. We've seen multiple 15 seeds beat a 2 seed.
Make it to a Sweet 16
How long is the college basketball brackets, how long has that tournament been going on?
Well, so I think, with the...
It's been going on for a very long time.
With the transfer portal, though, it changes everything.
I don't know, man. Maybe, but at the same time, what my argument is that we're in the baby stages of this college football playoff. So I don't think it's fair to say they'll never beat them. We've just started to see these mid-level teams playing against these big, power conference teams in a playoff atmosphere. I think that over 10 years, 15 years, we might see a massive upside. And how incredible would it be to see that? A JMU knock off an Alabama
but would JMU
or Oregon or an Ohio State
the national title? Would they then go on and win 3 more games?
It doesn't matter because that's not what people are going to be talking about. People are going to be talking about Florida Gulf Coast beating
Georgetown.
Yes. Like, they're going to be talking about
Dunk City.
Yeah, Dunk City, man. They're going to be talking about UVA losing to a 16-seed team. Like, that's going to be their Super Bowl, and that's fine. It's going to be great because if a 1 seed can't beat a JMU, then they shouldn't win the tournament. I like the idea of these plucky underdogs. I like the underdog story.
You are an underdog at heart.
I am. Overconfident underdog. Find out how that works. But I do love them. I love seeing these because, again, it's like when you at what point? What's the point of them even playing the games if there's going to be no opportunity for them to make the playoffs? Like, why would they even show up?
But there are some D1 schools though that literally won't and can't get into that tournament. But they're there to play. The kids get their scholarship, But that's kind of part of the problem. Is like you should still want to play the game, even if you're not going to win a national title. I don't know. It's just that few of teams that get in, and it's just hard to watch. When the
field expands, I think you'll be more receptive to these mid to low level,
absolutely,
like teams making it.
No doubt.
But to your point, with the field being so small, 12 teams,
like Texas didn't get in.
Oh my God, get off Texas, man.
Vanderbilt didn't get in.
Yeah, Vandy. I can see Vandy.
Well, you just don't like Texas.
Yeah, I hate Texas.
I know you
this.
do, but
you love Texas.
The point is made. Those 2 teams didn't get in, and James Madison University. Nobody outside of this state knows where that school is.
A lot of people probably don't know where Tulane is.
That's true. Louisiana, right?
Yes, you got it. NOLA.
All
right, so with the 2 little babies out, we got to go back to the big dogs. I think we got all big dogs. I mean, I guess you could argue that Texas Tech isn't a big dog compared to some of these other teams.
They've been playing like a big dog, though.
They have. So let's go through it. I want to hear it. I'll start you off. Let's look at our predictions. We're going to go all the way to Natties, right? All the way to Natties. So you're going to have to hang your hat on this. All right?
I'm hanging.
So you got Oregon, Texas Tech. Who you got?
This is really the only game.
Ooh, I knew this would be the one because you are so horny for them Red Raiders. You got a red rocket for them Red Raiders.
Huge red rocket for the Red Raiders. Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. We're trying to be entertaining
she
here.
Know what that means.
She will now.
Google it. Mississippi.
They might not drive up and visit us tomorrow.
Don't text and drive, Mrs. Semko. Just listen. Don't look it up. All right, come on. Oregon, Texas Tech. What you got?
I got Texas Tech.
Really? Okay.
Look, they lost to Arizona State. They didn't have their starting quarterback in there. I didn't actually really know that at the time because I really didn't believe in Texas Tech. But Baron Morton is a good quarterback. They run the ball well, throw it well. The defense is so fast. I think it's a bad matchup for Oregon in particular because Oregon likes to play fast, and Texas Tech is a fast defense. They're going to be are they? No, they don't play home games there, I don't think.
No, they're all like
yeah. It doesn't really matter though.
Sites.
But I mean, Texas Tech, they paid just under what Texas A&M did. These guys are legit football players, and Oregon has just not been as convincing. Like, I think their team last year was better. And, yeah, they dominated JMU, but I'm a little worried that they gave up the 34 points, if I'm being honest with you. But this is a game, if I was a bettor, I would stay away from wholeheartedly because I do think it could go either way. But I got Texas Tech.
You're crazy. It's Oregon all the way.
Oh, my gosh.
It's Oregon all the way. Go Ducks.
Quack, quack, quack.
You love Oregon. That's why I'm like, I can't believe you're picking against you. That tells me how much you are in love with Texas Tech right now. But no, Oregon all the way. You look at, like, I know I'm wish-washing, flip-flopping, whatever you want to say. Look at strength of schedule, what the Oregon Ducks had to play against and how they came out 12-1 this year compared to what Texas Tech, whoop-de-doo, you beat BYU twice. Congratulations. I just think that Oregon's built for this. Their coach is
I do love
ready.
Dan Lanning. I do love Dan Lanning.
Got a great quarterback, and I think it might not be a boat race, or it might not be just a complete destruction of Texas Tech, but I do think Oregon's winning that game. All right, let's go Alabama, Indiana. Who you got?
Alabama. I am not buying Indiana at all. One of the main reasons, too, now, the Heisman Trophy winner doing the Heisman circuit. I don't think that they come back ready to play. Alabama, proven team, came back from 17 points in Oklahoma, team that's beaten them twice in the last 2 years. Exercise those demons. This is where the big boys come to play.
All right.
Alabama is bringing the big boy pants and going to show little Indiana that you're just not there yet. I truly believe that the 5-star recruits at Alabama are going to beat the 3-star recruits that are outplaying their coverage, for lack of a better term. I have no faith in Indiana. I really don't. I don't have faith in Indiana.
I hate you so much.
Because you're going to pick them too.
I was going to pick Alabama. Yeah, I was going to pick Alabama.
Yeah.
I was going to pick them. I just, to your point, but you know what? Because everything you said is too on the nose. And I just feel like Indiana still has a chip on their shoulder because there's so many people out there like you and like me. They're like, we still don't have faith in you. We still don't think that you can beat an Alabama, even though it's not the Alabama of Nick Saban era.
No, and it does worry me that, the 2 games before Oklahoma and quite frankly, like the second half in Oklahoma, they have not looked great. They didn't look good against Georgia, the offense. That offensive line is not the best, and Indiana does have a pretty good pass rush. I've kind of said it numerous times, and I am a believer. You kind of got to prove it to me before I'm going to buy into you. And I think this is the primest example because it's, once again, too, but for Alabama, I would say, because if there was other teams in this spot, I'd say something different. But Alabama, you just won a first-round college football playoff game. Tuscaloosa does not care. it's national championship or bust. So they're sitting there in Tuscaloosa, though, probably saying, okay, you got 3 more, man. Like, that's still not good enough. So they're not riding high like one of the teams we're probably going to get to in a couple games. So that's probably one of the reasons why I really am higher on Alabama, is because I don't think they're going to let that moment kind of affect them.
All right. Well, I'm going to flip. I had Alabama, but you know what? I don't believe any of the stuff that you're saying, and it's for different reasons than I had. So I'm flipping. I'm flipping to Indiana. I'm going to go back to the quote-unquote favorite, which I still think is crazy. I can't believe there are 7-point favorites in this game. But
who would have thought?
Here's just to drive you nuts. Do you know where they're playing this game, Indiana, Alabama?
It's probably in a cold weather stadium somewhere.
No, it's not.
It's not in a dome.
No, they're playing at the Rose Bowl, California. Do you know where Mr. Mendoza played before he came to Indiana?
Oh, well, there's the storyline. I might have to flip to the college football storyline.
University of California, baby.
That's right.
He's going back home.
Oh, my God.
To win it in the Rose Bowl. So I'm going Indiana.
He's going to have on his teammate's shoulders after he throws the game-winning touchdown with the rose in his mouth, a la Matt Leinart.
Ole. One of those. Yes, so I got Indiana. I'm flipping. I had Alabama, and I was so confident. I was like, that's my big whoa. But no, I'm moving back to Indiana.
Okay.
We're going Indiana.
Okay.
All right. Georgia, Ole Miss.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Move on.
I don't think we're either of us.
Move on.
No argument here. UJ's going to just wipe the floor with them. Ole Miss, I mean, good on you. Plucky, you got a good win, and you kind of showed your salt with your coach leaving you high and dry. But that's your big, exclamation point. You're not beating Georgia. And then last but not least, who you got in the Ohio State
Miami game?
Yes.
I think Miami, they're riding high. They'll try to ride the, people didn't want us in. We had to kind of, beg our way in.
The chip of their shoulder, right?
Chip on the shoulder. But I feel like first win in a college football playoff, never been this far. Carson Beck's your quarterback. He's been in these big games, but the rest of the guys haven't. I think that they're going to let that game, winning in Texas A&M like they did, I think they're going to get a little overconfident. And so Ohio State's just a good football team. But I will say this a little bit. It does have a reminder in the flip-flop of the teams. The last time these two teams played, 2003 BCS championship game. The U running high, almost about to be considered one of the best teams of all time. The previous year had just taken the Nebraska Cornhuskers to the woodshed.
I live rent-free. Me and my Cornhuskers live rent-free in your head. It always comes back to the Huskers.
And then Craig Krenzel and the Ohio State Buckeyes and Maurice Claret. Nobody thought they could win that game. But I don't know. I just think Ohio State's just actually a really good football team. And so if they were playing maybe Georgia, I might think Miami could win. But I think Ohio State's just going to roll.
Yeah, I do too. We talk about chip on the shoulder. I mean, Ohio State's got a chip. They just lost the Big Ten championship.
They did.
Their quarterback lost the Heisman. They, for a team that's been the purest of champion, like all throughout the season, and they won last year, to lose at the end of the year and to lose on all of the fanfare, they're pissed because that expectation for them was to run the table, especially after they beat Texas to start the season. So for them to end the season on such a sour note, they're pissed. I see them winning by 3 touchdowns.
I do too. I actually do too.
And I can't wait to see Carson Beck just fall flat on his face because you and I both can't stand that kid. Go, cry on your supermodel girlfriend's shoulder and drive away in your bright green and orange Lamborghini that you're probably driving right now that somebody's going to jack off you because you're just too flamboyant. But
Tell me how you really feel about them.
You know exactly how I feel about them. I mean, they won 10-3 against Texas A&M. He threw 100 yards and a touchdown. 100 yards and a touchdown.
So that wasn't one of those games, though. You can say what you want. But that was a great football game to me.
Yeah, you love your pitcher stool, man. 10-3.
Look, you had missed field goals. They were starting to get some drives. It gets to the point where you're like, is this the drive? Which made the fourth quarter great, because then they kind of started driving, and you're wondering, was that kicker? He'd missed 3 field goals for Texas A&M. Like, Elko, it's 4th and 8. Do you actually trot him out there? And he goes out there and kicks it, and you're like, oh my God, he actually like did it. And Elko's like, I think I just saved my job for the moment. But the game, it wasn't just, once again, like, it wasn't just a 3-and-out punt fest. Like, there were some decent, Texas A&M's defense, they're blitzing. They were just murdering Beck at times, and he sometimes stood in there to make some throws. He missed some. But, yeah, it was a good game. I thought it was the best game of the weekend by far. I mean, they weren't all, the Alabama
that's a
game
low
was
bar.
Good. Okay, I knew when I said that was going to come out. But, I thought it was still a really good game for college football that I'd seen all year. I really liked that game.
I mean, again, underdog, beating what everybody thought Texas A&M, 2 weeks prior were, probably a 1 seed.
I felt like Miami came out, though, if they had played that way all year, would have gone undefeated themselves. That defense was everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, talent's never been the argument with Miami. They've always had the talent. It's just what can they do with it? All right, so next round, man, you got, in your ridiculous predictions, you got Oregon facing Alabama. Who you got?
I have Texas Tech facing.
I'm sorry, Texas Tech. I'm sorry, it was so ludicrous I had to just correct you. But you got Texas Tech and Alabama. Who you got? I know who you have.
Let's go Red Raiders, baby.
I can't believe it. You got Texas Tech. All right, Texas Tech.
I'm a Texas football guy.
You got them beating Oregon. Yeah. You got them beating Alabama.
I think if they
to go to the Natty Championship.
If they get by Oregon, I think the Oregon game will be tougher than if they play Alabama or Indiana. If I'm being honest, it's almost one of those. Not getting too far ahead because I don't know who I'm going to pick my final just yet, but it's almost like last year.
You better in about 5 minutes.
No, I mean, I kind of know. But it's almost like last year when you just felt like even though Oregon and Ohio State played in the first round, or the second round, you kind of had a feeling that the winner of that game was going to win it all. Kind of like we've talked before, the Caps and the Penguins, second round playoff matchup, but you're like, but this is going to be the team that wins.
This is the real championship.
So, like, Oregon, Texas Tech kind of has that feeling where the next game, at least, like, if Oregon beats Texas Tech, I think Oregon rolls over Indiana or Alabama. So I would have either one beating whoever comes out of that game.
All right, so you got Texas Tech beating Alabama.
Going to the national championship game.
All right, wrong again. You said one right thing about that, is that whoever wins that Oregon-Texas Tech game is going to the national championship. Since I have Oregon beating Texas Tech, I got Oregon beating, I guess, now Indiana.
Getting payback.
A little payback.
Yeah.
A little payback. We've seen you once.
Yep.
Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
So I got the Ducks making it to the Natty.
Okay.
All right, so now you got, on the other end, you got two powerhouses. Here we go. You got UGA. You got University of Georgia against
the Buckeye.
The Buckeyes. Who you got?
Ohio State's just a really good football team. I really can't say anything else other than that. I kind of pooped the bed against Indiana a little bit, but other than that, they have really dominated the whole season. They're just top to bottom. I was saying, he's not the sexiest guy throwing the ball all the time, but when you look at his numbers at the end of a game, 250 yards, 60 to 70% completion percentage. When you've got Jeremiah Smith,
it doesn't hurt that you got Smith.
Yeah, and the defense just reloads. They're just like Alabama was the Nick Saban year. Just 10 guys go to the NFL draft, bring in 10 more guys that are going to go next year. Downs at safety. It's just a really good football team. No offense to Georgia. I like Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah.
Just Ohio State's a better team.
Well, I've been tooting Georgia's horn all year, so I'd be quite the hypocrite if I didn't pick them here. And I do. I've got Georgia beating Ohio State for a couple reasons. One, didn't we see this before with Ohio State last year where they were riding high? They lost to Michigan late in the season, and then they ran the table and they won the Natty Championship. Are they really going to do that again? Is that really a likelihood?
Well, I think
that they can do that again?
Last year was that felt like there was so much pressure on that team because they had kind of underperformed to the level of, now they only paid $20 million for that team, but Ryan Day couldn't get over Michigan, couldn't win a big game, it seemed, for Ohio State fans. I felt like that was a lot more pressure than there is this year, which could be a good or a bad thing. But it is kind of eerily similar. But yes, they might.
I don't think so. I think Georgia takes care of business. The other thing that I kind of noticed with Ohio State is like some of their tougher games or their tougher opponents, they didn't really just blow the doors off. It was close. It was other than the Michigan game, which looking back, was Michigan really that good?
No.
But I mean, they lost to Indiana, and their offense just disappeared. They scored 10 points against Indiana.
Yeah, that is a little worrisome.
And then first game of the year, Texas, 14 points. They put 14 up against Texas. So against teams that have a legitimate defense that can really challenge them, I think you start to see the chinks in the armor. Maybe you see that Saints maybe not.
That
prepared.
was his first game, too.
Well, and his last game.
Texas's defense, though.
Okay, last game, Indiana.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
10 points.
That is a little worrisome.
Georgia will be the hardest defense he's played all year. Hands down.
Until he plays Texas Tech.
Get out of here. He's not going to play Texas Tech because they're not making it because Georgia's making it to the Natty Championship.
Boy,
playing
you
the
got quite... I feel almost like a storyline kind of guy. You wanted Mendoza going back to the Rose Bowl, being victorious, Rose in the mouth. Now you got Dan Lanning playing Georgia in the national championship game.
See what I did there?
I like it because college football is big on. Jawan Jennings just scored a touchdown.
It's
officially over.
That's congratulations to our new champion, new dad, new champ, Will Billy Whitaker. Congratulations,
sir.
You wear that belt with pride. Can't wait to see you do all those burpees with that championship belt around your waist.
He's probably number one on my list of who I would want to see to have the belt.
Who would be last on that list?
You. By far. And then probably DW.
Wow. Like right above me?
No, there's a little bit of a gap in there.
But he would be the next person you would not want to see win the belt.
Yeah. And then it's kind of like the rest of I just don't want to see anybody else win. I love you, Will. I like seeing you win.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah. I know.
First in our standings, first in our hearts, Will Billy Whitaker. Congratulations, sir.
But so we got a national championship game.
All right, and we have 4 different teams in the national championship.
I'm seriously still deciding whether it's just
Texas Tech and Ohio State.
I mean, Texas A&M really let me down. Part of me kind of wants to be like, I just don't want to have a letdown. Everyone can hear all this. Our 3 listeners.
Just rub it in your face. You pick Texas Tech.
And if they lose to Oregon. But I think I am going to pick Texas Tech.
Oh, wow. Well, hey, I commend you for sticking to your guns.
I've been really impressed with how they've played and their team. And I think they kind of are going to have a little bit of that It's nowhere near the same thing, but it does make me think of it. I'm a soccer guy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right? And I got to get it in every time I can. If it wasn't this thing I was going to say, I was going to have something to say about Indiana and soccer. Okay. I can connect it all, my friend.
Connect the dots.
But the last World Cup, or 2 World Cups ago, in the quarterfinals, that's 8 teams, there was 7 teams from Europe and the United States. And it was like USA versus Europe.
The world.
Texas Tech. It's Texas Tech versus the Big Ten and SEC.
I see what you're doing here.
And I think they're gonna use that. The Big 12 is gonna be rooting for them. All the little guys are gonna be rooting for them, and they're gonna use that because they were overlooked all year and motor through. Now they paid $50 million for this.
So it's not a lot of scrappy undergrads that they got playing.
But they're going to use it as motivation to win the national title.
Wow. All right. I mean, I love seeing an underdog win, and I love Especially seeing a blue blood lose to an underdog, especially on a stage as big as the
now you feel like
championship.
maybe you should be rooting for Texas Tech.
No. I mean, if your premonition comes true and it's Texas Tech over in Ohio State in the Natty, then yeah, I'll absolutely root for them Raiders and them their tortilla chucking ways. Yes, I'll definitely root for that. And God help me, they better if they win, they're better. That field better be covered in tortillas.
You know it will be.
Yeah. They're like, punishment be damned. Let's go.
They've spent enough. They can spend
Who
even
brought
more.
the fajitas? Yeah. No, but in reality, in the real world, where it's going to be Oregon and Georgia, again, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm going back to Georgia, man.
Wow.
Uga's going all the way. I've been high on Gunnar Stockton all year.
You have?
I've been high on Kirby Smart. He's so smart. All year. And again, they're champs of the toughest conference.
It's true.
They've
really
beaten your Alabama team on multiple occasions. And I just think that they're...
Not on multiple occasions. Alabama beat Georgia this year.
Okay, well, when it counted then.
Okay, well, that's true. But come on.
But yeah, I think that they're just going to do it. I really now, with us having our champions on the table, cards on the table, I want to hear out of everybody that's left who you least want to see hoisting the trophy. Because we're haters at heart. Come on,
no doubt. University of Miami, and then yes, University of Miami, and then Indiana.
Really hating on Indiana.
So Indiana to me is just I can't get over Kirk Signetti.
Man,
and
he's
just going ballistic on that sideline. Yeah, and I just got to believe that at a certain point, like the 5-star recruits are going to outplay you, and people kind of now jumping on the Indiana bandwagon. I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't like it. Not
and
a fan.
plus, it's Indiana. Like, stay on basketball.
Man, I'm loving how you were hating on Indiana and like Mr. Indiana when we were talking about basketball and everything like that. And now it's come full circle, and now you just can't escape them. Indiana is in the conversation at least for another week, which is just, I know it's nails on the chalkboard for you, and I love it. So the team that I would least like to see win it all, I don't want to see Ohio State win it again. You know how I feel about repeats.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Ohio State.
And I'd love to see that just because you can get the best talent doesn't always necessarily mean you're always going to win the big game. And that coaching means more, and cohesiveness on the team means more. So just for that reason, I would hate to see Ohio State win again 2 years in a row. And then Alabama.
Can't you just let somebody else win one? That's what you would want to say.
No.
Aren't you just fine with just one?
That's coming from a person that would just like to see one. I just want to see one. Can I have one, please? And then Alabama, just because I don't want to see, kind of like the Patriots, I'm not ready to see another dynasty unfold with a team that was running the table for the longest time. So I'd love to see, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Georgia. I just think that they're going to do it. I'd love to see a Texas Tech. I'd love to see an Indiana win it. But I just don't see that happening. Has Oregon ever won it? I don't even know.
Maybe back in I think technically in the 50s.
Yeah,
or
so I
something.
mean, Oregon's been knocking on the door for something. I'd love to see Oregon win. Finally.
Old Jameis Winston took down Marcus
That's
Mariota.
Right. That's right. Marcus, local boy.
To Kelvin Benjamin for the touchdown.
Kelvin
to
Benjamin.
Win it.
Guy did nothing in the NFL.
He had
for the Panthers.
so much.
No, he did not have talent. He was just tall. He was a tall guy.
That was like watching Matt Coleman out there playing.
Coleman probably had more talent than Kelvin.
He does. Most athletic guy I've ever been around.
That's right.
He probably could have gone pro.
Yeah. God, way to wasted talent, Coleman. Jeez.
If you didn't say it, I was about to say it.
Semko's so bitter. He's like, if I had your height and your ability, I would have gone pro.
Yeah, I say that.
You do say that. That sounds like you.
It's all mental.
Well, most talent out of Coleman. We're still in the Christmas spirit, man. We're still in the Christmas episode, man. So let's go from most to most. What's your most favorite Christmas movie? I'm the movie guru. I have to know. If you need correcting on your movie. Let me give me 3, give me 5, give me 20. If you got one, what's the go-to movie for you around the holidays?
I'm going to preface this by maybe saying you're going to get pretty upset with me.
Oh, man, I already am.
Yeah. But maybe not. I don't know. Because obviously I don't watch the most movies in the world.
If you say like the Christmas with the Cranks, I'm going to punch you in the face.
It's on my list to want to watch, though.
Okay, so you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen that one.
Good for you.
No. Honestly, I was thinking about it. It's kind of a gun to my head. Probably Home Alone, first one.
Okay, that's a solid choice. I'm not going to give you crap for that one.
I'd probably say Elf.
Yeah, it's a modern classic. Yeah, I'll give you that.
And then The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Ugh, really? Santa Claus?
We watched it the other night. It's so bad.
It's pretty bad.
But as a kid, it's so good.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, I mean, you had me on the first two. I mean, Home Alone, we grew up on Home Alone.
Yeah.
Like, who didn't, after watching that movie, try to booby trap their house in one way or another?
Those poor ornaments, probably like laying them out underneath like
just
a window.
Right out of your parents' door. You're like, come on, step on those, crack those ornaments.
Did you ever, I know it's not the same movie, but we watched Home Alone 2, my wife and I, the other night too. And I had totally forgotten, but did you watch Home Alone 2?
Yeah, of course.
Did you get the recorder?
Oh no, that was on the list though. That was the hit.
Yeah, so I could almost
have.
add that to like a gift that I got that was like.
Oh, you got one of those?
I had one of those.
Oh, that's great.
It was so stinking cool.
I had one of those little yak attacks. You know, the little yak guys where you like press a button and it would like make a fart noise. But
of course you did. You probably still have it.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
But the only thing that stunk with that thing though was, because in the movie, he played it so well.
I know. He was like stopping. He was editing the crap out of that thing.
Yeah, you really couldn't do it. So after a while, you're like, oh.
This is just a recorder.
Yeah.
Just looks cool.
It looked really cool, though.
Looked like a shaka.
Yeah, shaka.
That's for Jimbo. You're welcome, Jimbo. Give you a little shaka shout out there. All right, well, I mean, the Santa Claus throws me because that's a bad movie. But, I mean, it's joyous, and it's got a good vibes.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
I thought you were going to kind of get on me because I didn't have some of those classics.
The classics, yeah. I mean, like, you got a weird hodgepodge here going here. But again, I can't deny those two of those movies. Santa Claus, it's not in the same ilk. I'm sorry, but Elf, everybody's high on Elf. Elf's actually not one of my favorites. I feel like it gets a little bit too much credit, too much love.
I think it does too, a little bit.
I mean, it has its funny moments, but I was like, nothing really resonates other than the outfit, which Grizz wore phenomenally one year at B-More. He was a great Buddy the Elf, let me tell you.
You guys have had some. We'll get into them in the slower
we'll get into the summer
moments.
months when we talk about B-More. Absolutely, yeah. You got to tell me where you guys are going this year. But if you're going.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We got time. But if I had to go top 3, that's tough. I might have to go top 5. And in no order necessarily. Okay. I like Bad Santa. Bad Santa was hilarious.
I didn't know if we wanted to put that in there because I don't know if it's really a Christmas.
It is absolutely a Christmas
as far as
movie.
I didn't know if it was. I should have maybe put in there. Like, are we talking about like a good, fun family type movie?
No, we didn't. We didn't put any other parameters on
Bad
there.
Santa's my number. That's my number one.
It's gotta be.
That's
Bad
my number
Santa.
one.
I mean, the problem is that it came out about the same time as Elf, and I feel like Elf rocketed to this like everybody's listening. Maybe it's because
that was a happy-go-lucky
it's more family
story.
friendly. I understand that, but Bad Santa.
You want me to make you some sandwiches? How many sandwiches?
What a great movie. The other one that, again, I'm going to pick ones that I love, not only because I think they're great, but I think the people sleep on. Scrooged with Bill Murray. That is an incredible movie.
I've heard. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, okay, put it on the list, man. Scrooge.
I think it's on
doesn't
my paper.
give enough credit. Love that movie. You got to go with the Grinch, and I don't care. You can lump them all together. I'll go with the Jim Carrey one. We talked about this, I think, last episode. Did I tell you about this, what I heard about Jim Carrey?
No.
This is a report that came out. It's been regurgitated a couple times, but the torture that he literally went through putting on that costume.
Oh, I have heard that. Yeah,
8 hours in the costume chair. The yak hair apparently would like stick to everything. It was yak hair. That green hair that he was wearing. Yak.
Gross.
The nose, the prosthetic nose that they put on him, he couldn't breathe through it. So he was pretty much mouth breathing the entire time he was playing and recording it. And then the contacts that he had, that made his eyes yellow, he was pretty much blind. He could see at like quarters. They actually brought in the guy that eventually created SEAL Team 6, but he was trained dealing with torture. He brought him in to train Jim Carrey how to deal with the torture of this. But hey, whatever works because the movie was fantastic and Jim Carrey's great, so he's got to be up there. Jim Carrey, it's one of my wife's favorites, so I got to put it up there too. And then this will be, I guess, a little decisive because people might say it's, and I'm not going to say Die Hard. Everybody's like, oh, is that a Christmas movie? It's not. I'm not even going to put it in there because I don't consider it a Christmas movie because it doesn't even reference Christmas other than the freaking holiday party. It's not a Christmas movie. Just because it happens around that time, get the hell out of here. But Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a Christmas movie for me.
Okay.
And I love that movie.
Okay.
I love that movie. Jack Skellington, he's great. And it blurs the lines between is this a Halloween movie or is it a Christmas? He's dressing up as Santa Claus delivering presents. It's a Christmas movie, okay?
I'll probably give you that. It was an okay movie, though, but it's a Christmas movie.
And then last, I got to pick Christmas Vacation, you know?
Yeah.
Chevy Chase in his prime. Best vacation movies. Best of the vacation movies.
By far.
Chevy Chase probably at his best outside of maybe Fletcher, Three Amigos. Which is also... Have you ever seen Three Amigos?
No.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
are you kidding me, Samko?
Maybe when I was younger, but I don't remember.
We are the Three Amigos.
Is that the one with like Billy Crystal?
No, Billy Crystal. It's Martin Short, Chevy Chase,
Is it like
Steve Martin.
What was the one with like Billy Crystal with a couple other guys? City Slickers?
City Slickers.
Oh, okay, I saw that one, I think. Maybe.
I can't trust you for any of this right now. But no, those are the 5 right there. And those, anyway, it's a fluid list. Elf, yeah, it's good. Love Actually, my wife loves. That's not for me.
I kind of thought you were going to go more into like the old school ones, like A Christmas Story, It's a Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life. Yes, it's a great movie, but I'm talking about if I turn my TV on, and if I'm just doing stuff around the house, what movie am I going to stop what I'm doing and I'm going to sit down and watch it?
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
Yeah. Did you ever see the second one?
Oh, that's right. They did make a second.
Yeah.
No, because I didn't want them to bastardize it. I was like, it's good. It had a great arc. It's done. He's dead, or is he not? Spoiler alert.
Well, Bernie Mac and John Ritter certainly are.
Oh, gee, wow. Jeez, that a curse of a movie right there.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think the little person, did he pass away as well?
I don't know. I mean, the track record says yes, probably. He's probably gone, too. But, yeah, no. I mean, Wonderful Life, again, it's not going to stop me. Oh, it's a Wonderful Life. I'm just going to keep vacuuming or whatever the crap I'm doing.
You don't watch when TBS would have it on for like 24
What,
straight
A Christmas Story?
hours?
Yes. No, I watched that, and maybe that's why it's not on my list, because that was on loop at my house when I was growing up. Especially when I went to my grandparents' house. They're like, hey, Chris, let's just put it on TBS. And we don't have to turn the TV off because it'll always be on. And I'm like,
could there be something else on, like a Seinfeld rerun or something? King of Queens?
just do their Christmas episodes.
Yeah.
Just run Christmas episodes on the sitcoms. But no, I mean, like, it's got a place in my heart because I grew up with it. But no, it's not going to be in my top 5. Absolutely not. I don't know if there's any other movies. I mean, and again, you can like categorize them how you want, but those are the movies, and those are the ones that, for those that are listening, if you haven't listened to any of my 5, you need to. Semco's, meh, not so much. You don't have to worry about those.
Yeah, but what's crazy though is a lot of those movies are fairly old.
Yeah.
Do you think it's something where, because they've made so many newer movies.
So many. Christmas. I feel like a new Christmas movie comes out every year now.
Do you think, younger generation, when they get to be our age, will just think that the movies that are out now were the best Christmas movies? And will they think that Bad Santa's terrible? And they probably do, because the language that they use you can't say anymore. But it's just, will they think that Elf really wasn't that great because they don't really know who Will Ferrell was? But they'll think that I don't know, whatever's out there now, The Baltimoreans or The Holdover. Well, that's a serious movie. Or Spirited with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Like, will they think that's a really good Christmas movie?
God, I hope not.
Well,
I really hope not. I feel like Elf, Bad Santa. I think Bad Santa is always going to have a cult following because it's so raunchy and so
yeah.
offensive in some elements. It's going to scratch that itch for some people. Elf, I think that Will Ferrell's made a name for himself enough that his name is synonymous to Elf now, so that'll always get it. But the stuff beforehand, I do worry that my son's going to think that, again, Christmas Vacation's going to be like, this is old hat, Dad. I don't even... Like, there's no riz to this movie.
There really isn't, though. It's a very slow movie to me. I don't know. Chevy Chase, he really thinks he's like the bee's knees and got in all that trouble on Community.
Yeah.
And as you really sit back, Summer Vacation, I'm sorry. When was I supposed to laugh? Like, for real. I didn't find any of that movie funny. His humor, his timing, he'll just give you like a funny look and be like, oh, okay.
There's your laugh right there.
I was like, that was my laugh?
That was your laugh, the funny face.
I guess that joke went over my head.
Zoom. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, because, again, does it become too saturated? And I don't know, I feel like every once in a while there's room for a new holiday movie.
Yeah.
But at some point, it's like,
have they all been done?
It's just a cash grab at this point. Like, I mean, I've lost track of how many like animated movies they try to make. And
Claws, which was done in like
I don't even
2019.
know that is Claws.
Yeah, it's an animated movie. I think that's
with a K.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest hit that's been somewhat recent.
Okay.
That people would say is like a good Christmas
movie. Arthur
movie.
Christmas movie. I know that because it's on my queue for my kids. Arthur Christmas.
I've never heard of
It's
that
another
one.
animated movie.
Okay.
Just finished watching the new Grinch.
How was that?
That's great. The one with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Good.
He's great narrating.
He is.
He does a lot of the nature documentaries.
Nature.
Kind of taking over for David
I was like,
Attenborough.
yeah, didn't you jinx him to death last episode?
God, I hope he doesn't pass away. He's up there, though. He's like 92.
But he's already got a successor in Benedict.
I think so.
In old Benny.
Old Benny.
Benny Cumby.
I like him, though. I think he'll be a good successor if he wants to do it. I don't know. He still likes to act, I guess.
Yeah.
But Attenborough was in the wild.
He was.
Benedict just kind of reads what's on a teleprompter.
I didn't know Attenborough was in the wild.
Oh, yeah. He'll do a lot of his, like, documentaries. He'll be, like, in there, like, looking at the insect on his finger, and he's just like, if I agitate this thing...
It's gonna kill me. Yeah. It's gonna kill me. So he's kind of like the Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Crocodile Hunter.
Yeah, but now it's all how, it's great because for 45 minutes you watch, all these cool animals and how nature can be, thrilling and savage and, cute little babies. And then at the end it's always, but the humans are killing the
You're just a real downer.
Like, seriously, like my wife and I
just destroy everything. Yeah.
Stop. The second that, like, you can tell when it's coming. Like, it just has that vibe of like,
oh God, he's going to start.
And, click.
He's going to start making me feel horrible.
Yes.
About drinking out of my plastic and throwing everything away.
Yes. Mowing my grass with all my gasoline. No, I use an electric mower, but
good for you.
Yeah.
I don't even do my grass anymore. I just pay somebody to do it. Whatever they're using, I hope it's electric.
Probably not.
Probably not. But yeah, man, the holidays are here, man. I hope you have a great one. Enjoy all the family time.
Too.
It sounds exhausting, all those people. But
no, it's just my parents for most of it, and then we'll run into there's like gonna be like 6 of the Rolligus family.
All right, well, make sure you tell your mom that I'm still working out. Because I remember that time when I came over, and Miss Semka, if you're listening, no, you're not editing this out. This stays in. This stays in. It's like, oh, is that your friend Brandon? Does he work out? Yes, I do, Miss Semka, and I'm still doing it to this day, 20 years later.
I'm speechless. It's everyone always asks me when you bring that up, like, why are you still friends with him? And I still don't really have an
now
answer.
You have no choice because we're doing a podcast together. So, love it or hate it, Underdogs on top. 50 Cent, let's go.
This is why I love you, man. You just make me laugh. I just can't help it. Something about you, man.
Hey, man, you can't take me too seriously. Let's be real.
No, I never do.
But no, I do take seriously our friendship, man. I'm thankful for it. I hope you have an incredible holiday, man. Get everything that you want. Is there anything that's on the wish list this year? Calista doesn't listen. Neither does my wife. So if you tell me what you're hoping for, I won't spill the beans.
I really had almost nothing on my list this year. I got a really good gift for my birthday, and I feel like that makes up for like Christmas.
Okay. What was the gift for your birthday?
I got a fishing kayak.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
Where are you going fishing?
The reservoir.
You do go to the
Creek.
reservoir.
Yeah,
right.
I will. So unfortunately, I needed I needed something for the car to attach the roof racks, and they were at backstock. And then by the time they came in, it was cold.
It's a whole thing.
It'll be the spring when I get it going.
Nice.
But I think I asked for like a pot to cook in, and I need a new beard razor. It just crapped out on me today.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Oh, how real. Wow. All right. It's exciting stuff. Welcome to our 40s.
Yeah, I know. It's once again, it's if I really want something,
you go get it.
I'm gonna go out and get it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't think. I think my wife, God bless her, she's learned just not to even ask anymore. I'm not even gonna ask him what he wants because he's gonna tell me I don't want anything. Because I do. I don't have anything. I have nothing I want. Unless she wants to buy me a year's supply of Twizzlers so I can eat my snack. That's about it. And yes, I like Twizzlers. Don't hate.
Who doesn't?
Right?
Do you like the Twizzler nibs?
I don't know if I've had the Twizzlers. Have you ever had the Twizzler
You
peel and eats?
Oh yeah.
Do you like the regular Twizzlers or the peel and eats?
I'm a regular Twizzlers.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know, something about those peel and eats, man. They kind of good. Yeah. Every once in a while, you gotta try them out there.
But I will say, my wife does have. We do kind of a rule in the house though. About a month and a half from Christmas, I can't buy anything because I've had the worst habit. I'll never ask for anything. I'll never get anything. And then it'll be like December 15th and I'll like have bought like a little propane grill or something. And she's like, this would have been a perfect Christmas gift. What are you doing? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I needed it. So I got it.
I got you one beat. So this has happened like 3 or 4 times around either my birthday or Christmas where I'll just out of the blue say something along the lines of, it's like, you know what? I think I need new shoes. I'm going to go buy new shoes. And my wife would be like, don't buy shoes. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting shoes for my birthday. And she's like, what? You do this every time. She's like, I figured out a gift that you need. And then you just come to an epiphany. I need this. And then you want to go buy it. So like she gets mad at me because around my birthday, she's almost had to say, I need you to tell me if you're planning on buying anything so I can stop you.
I don't blame her. Another one, my wife, all I wanted once for my birthday was like a Yeti type cooler. Like one of those like big, really keeps it cold for like 48 hours type cooler. And it's kind of all I wanted. And I would bring it up to my wife occasionally like, hey, yeah, like, so when I get that cooler, my wife would be like, I'm not getting you that cooler. Like, you don't need that big of a cooler. What do you need that cooler for? And I actually one time was like, I don't ever ask for anything. Like, why can't I get this cooler? Like, I know it's not like cheap, but I don't ask for anything. I don't spend a bunch of money.
Yeah.
What did I get for my birthday like 3 weeks later?
Yeah,
and she had it like 2 months ago and was hiding it.
Smart. Good work, Calista.
But I was like about to like get so angry or buy my own cooler. I was getting like angry. I was like, my wife won't get me anything for my birthday. Little did I know she's like playing like slow playing
the long game. Yeah. Well, see, that's what my wife did. She's just like, don't get that. Like she could have been like, you have terrible taste.
Yeah.
Don't buy that. Like, oh man. Then I just totally like ruined my self-confidence. It's like, oh my God, I have terrible taste. Jesus.
Yeah. I think moving forward, she'd just be like, maybe, or not going to play that game of like, I'm not getting that for you. Because it did not go over well.
Not great.
But you live, you learn.
And you love.
That's the fun part of marriage.
That is, man.
It's always changing.
Yeah. Well, again, since Calissa's not listening, what'd you get her?
She really didn't want a lot.
Okay.
The Costa Rica trip was not cheap.
That's the big one, right?
That's the big one.
And I love that. It's like I talk about this with the missus all the time. It's like we're both in the same mindset where it's like we'd rather pay good money for experiences rather than material things.
Yeah, and I've gone. Now, it's a little odd. Not odd, but so her birthday is the 26th of December.
Oh, that's tough.
So it is tough. So, and she's made it abundantly clear that, she sometimes kind of missed out on getting like a birthday.
Yeah.
So she really wants like Christmas and a birthday.
Okay.
And so I think I've gone out of my way and I've kind of maybe gotten like too many gifts for both days.
Yeah.
And, some have been like a hit and then some are just go into a closet.
They're not going to always be winners.
So she's just kind of like, you don't need to spend this much on me. I'd rather spend it on like an experience, take me to like a nice dinner. So this year I actually kind of listened and, she gave me like a list of stuff. I got a couple of things that, aren't, I do really well with the small things, like that are applicable to her, like her daily life.
You're Blink-182, all the small things.
All the small things. Yeah. So she's been like borrowing a bunch of my like winter socks, like I have on now.
Okay,
they have some cool like colors. To them.
A little vibrancy.
So I bought her own.
Nice.
And I think of
stop stealing my socks.
But of all the gifts I get her, because she's always like, I'm cold now. Like I'm always getting cold in my feet. She'll appreciate that more than if I were to like go buy her like she's not a big jewelry person, but
neither is my wife.
She wouldn't really think that's as meaningful. Yeah. Like I got her, what did I get her that is her? Oh, I got her a back scratcher once.
This is the best back scratcher ever.
No, she's just like, I mentioned how like I can't scratch my back, and so you get me like the back scratcher, like, or a little grabber where you can like grab things, because she's a little like she's a little short, so like she has trouble. She's like, it's the best gift ever. I'm like, the $20 gifts I get are like
useful,
the
useful items. Yeah. Yes, not like gaudy, like
buy like the massage thing that goes like over your neck or something.
Things,
that thing's just sitting in a closet.
Yeah, my wife
used
doesn't
like
use that either.
Once.
She'd rather the real thing from her man. She wants a massage from J Beer, not from J Cole.
J Cole. Oh, I did forget to get her up. Still time. No, I don't think she asked for it, but she does kind of like to have like a gift certificate to like a massage place.
Oh, okay, yeah, like a spa. Yeah, that's always a good.
I think there's one down the road I can just do real quick.
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, see,
the podcast was worth it.
I'm the
tonight.
gift that keeps on giving.
Thank you so much. There's a reason why I so liked you.
Well, again, enjoy the holiday fanfare because you can't enjoy the belt. I got to do that. One little twist of the knife, man. You want to know what the final is right now? It's a game over? I don't think the game's over, but it is for you.
Yeah, it's definitely over for me. That's a tough one to swallow.
125 to 97.
Yeah.
Boof.
Well, look, I can't win them all. I hardly ever seem to win them all. But I'm going to say this to you all. Because this is what I said. Every time that DW won all his titles,
all right.
then I would just quickly send him a picture of my indoor soccer championship team. I win in
the real life.
I'm
a winner.
I'm going to hold my hat to that. So our gosh darn Tri-Pie championships and my Leticia United, Todd French, if you're listening, no one could stop us. All those T-shirts we got by dominating that field.
I know the feeling, man. Like when I ran the Chicago Marathon and I brought home that shirt, man, nothing felt better.
Biggest poser. You made Todd and Will so
mad. You didn't run the Chicago. Yes, I did. It's like, when was it? What was your time? I was like, I don't like to discuss the details.
You like wear that out, like talk to like women about it.
Oh, I definitely did, and I only did it when Todd and Will were around. When they had to try and just shoot me down, I'm like jealous. I mean, it's like they didn't qualify, so there's a little sour grapes.
They do like the little rock and roll marathons.
It's cute. Yeah, it's cute, but the big dogs, leave it to the big dog, okay?
That was always a good bit.
Yeah, I love it. Anything I can get under your guys' skin.
But it does actually anger me that I lost. I just really wanted to win.
It's okay. Join the loser circle, man. It's warm. It's comforting. Yeah. There's plenty of friends. Jimbo's here. Seabear is here. Dwight's here.
That's some good people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darkness made the playoffs for the first time ever.
Good for him.
He made the playoffs over David Bear.
Yeah.
And David tries 10 times harder than Darkness.
He really does.
That made me so happy. I'm sorry, Dave. After our conversation last night, I just had to get one more thing in there.
One more little twist in the
If you're
knife
listening
there.
to hour 2, no, hour 3 we're on.
You hung through, man.
hung through.
Congratulations.
You got that digging on you. I think we got to end this before we say something about someone that's going to get us over. Kurt, I'm going to be nice to you.
Yeah, all right.
I hope you have
holidays.
a Merry
Christmas, Kurt Emery.
Wherever you are, whoever you're with, whatever you're doing. We're thinking about you. We thought about you a lot.
A lot more than most I have in 20 years. I've been thinking about Kurt Emery.
That's 6 out of 7 podcast episodes.
Man, go for it, man.
But we hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful holiday season and a Merry Christmas.
As to all of you out there, appreciate you guys listening. I know that this is still a little pipe dream of me and Semco, but I gotta say, around the holidays, talk about what we're grateful for. I couldn't be more grateful than having these talks with you in person on a weekly basis. It's definitely the highlight of my week.
It's
most
so
weeks.
stinking cool, man.
And knowing that we just get to entertain our buddies alone is enough for me to keep coming back for more.
It's kind of like there's a couple days of silence, and I'm like, oh, okay, they've all stopped listening. I was like, well, that lasted longer than I thought. But then you kind of hear like a trickle in some things, and oh yeah, that quote, I like that one. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to do the next one. Like, can we do it tonight?
Reinvigorate you. Yeah.
So I think I love it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's gone so much better than I thought it would.
Yeah. Well, and I know that we've got a small following right now, but I know that everybody that does listen right now, we are connected to and we care about deeply. So again, to everybody that's listening, everybody have a great holiday. Semco and I love you guys to death.
Absolutely.
And joking aside, man, we do it for you guys as much as we do it for ourselves. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Keep listening. Keep giving us the feedback. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. That is another episode of the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast. Thanks for hanging with us. The two friends who've been arguing about sports for 20 years and still can't agree on most things. Hit the follow button, drop a rating, email us at undraftedandoverconfident@gmail.com, and we'll see you all next week. Same takes, different nonsense. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.